need that sports encyclopedia. We at Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur still the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
We're in the building. It's Free Game Friday. Stand up, wake up, pound that like, and subscribe today to the realest show on planet Earth. Smitty and I, fast week, got through it. Let's dive right into it. Let's bring Smitty right in. It's Free Game Friday, so I don't even know what I'm talking about today. I don't even look at the rundowns on Friday. But my main man who covered the ground-shaking, ground-breaking Paul Pierce news. Smitty left this show, walked straight all the way to Calabasas, and followed Paul Pierce all the way to Fox Studios, man. Shout out to the man double dipping, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. Our main man, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Caitlin Clark jocking, Paul Pierce covering. Big Smitty. Welcome him in.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? What you say, homie?
Saw a thumbnail on me?
Yeah, I'm a little upset actually, because we all agreed that we were no longer talking about Shedeur until the football season, and
we're not talking about Shedeur. We're talking about Mel Kiper and myself, homie.
You went ahead and went behind my back and decided to still do a Shedeur thumb. So
it ain't Shedeur, homie. It's my number and Mel Kiper Jr., homie.
Oh, who's that white dude on the right?
That's a cold motherfucker. Let me tell you.
Oh no, I put them in everything. I know that was you. That's you. Oh, look at JB.
Yeah, that motherfucker was like, much better than Shedeur in college. I'll tell you that.
You look stressed out. Like I could tell you were under duress that play.
I had to. We had to do more at quarterback then. I had to call, change protection. I had to opposite the play. I had to. We did it. We actually played quarterback then. So go ahead.
Think smarter, not harder, though, homie.
Go ahead.
Smarter, not harder.
But go ahead and do your intro.
I don't want to do it no more.
We need it. It's Friday.
We need it. It's Free Game Friday, man. It's your boy, Big Smitty, man. I ain't got the haircut yet, but I'm about to get it. So I need y'all to talk about my hairline the entire show today. I need it as fuel, as energy to keep my Friday going. We got Young Bailey in the background. We got number 12 right to the right of me, but it wouldn't be us. It wouldn't be us without people like Yvonne Balls, Dillinger, Olivas, Boston Richie, Michael Partington, Ryan Kaminsky, Rio, Jordan Scott, Fly Ride 805, JC, Robert Sands, Cole Baden, Justin Kovanig. I don't know if we like him or not, but he says good more Smith than me, so I like him. He might not like you, but he like me. Brian Case and Coach Bonnie. Good show today.
By the way, people are like, you went to Fort Hays, homie. First of all, full scholarship offer, but University of Indiana when they were really, really good.
They took it back though.
So no, I didn't qualify. Went to jail. Went to the University of New Mexico. Signed Brian Urlacher. Brian Urlacher was my tour guide. He's been on the show and told you.
Horrible school at the time, though.
Out of JUCO, signed to New Mexico, so second D1, and then had to go to D2, sight unseen, to Fort Hays when my clock was up, because we actually had a thing called clock starting when you started your clock, unlike the pussy generation now who gets unlimited clock. So anyway, all you know-it-alls, there you go. Little chronological timeline. So, Smitty.
Sorry, a lot of excuses to me, homie. All the little chronological stuff. For me, I went to Warren Central High School. I got a call. Matter of fact, before I got the call, we had a morning workout. No pads. Inside the gym, 6 a.m. Ball State's D coordinator was right there at the time by the name of Coach Bateman, Jay Bateman. He's in there right before we're about to do bag drills. He taps my shoulder. I turn over my shoulder. He went like this. Didn't say a word. I locked in. I said, this is my life. I'm in the hood right now. I got Starberries on my feet. I got all time. I ain't got no money. My hair all messed up. It's time to lock in. Everything I did at the high bag drill. One-on-ones, no pads.
I think I could beat you in bag drills right now.
I guarantee I put on everything.
Hey, we did bag drills right now. I see you move. I think you take my athleticism for granted. I would murder you in bag drills.
My feet has always been better than your feet.
No, my feet are amazing.
I'm not trying to be funny. Like, listen, I'm not the best athlete.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not joking either.
My feet is like fucking like.
Oh, mine. So are mine. See, at 40, I was horrible. Slow. I was too slow. I was stiff, slow. But feet-wise, I didn't get sacked, homie.
I'm gonna bring my coaches on here, homie. Like, my feet was insane.
Hey, Smitty, it's Free Game Friday. We got legends on the show today. We got former NFL tight end, and current USFL head coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks, Anthony Beck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love this guest. He'll be joining us. And then we got Petros Papadakas, man. I thought it was Samaki. I thought it was Samaki Walker. He's on Monday, though. Former Laker. Yeah, I fucked that up. But Petros Papadakas, man, he's an LA staple, man. He covers a lot of high school football and sports in LA. But he does the Petros and Money Show. Pretty big podcast out here in LA. San Pedro legend. Played at USC. About a year younger than me. His family owns one of the best restaurants in LA and San Pedro, so he's a staple. Petros will join us as well. So we got a lot going on, Smitty. But listen, Smitty, let's get it right into it. The Golden State Warriors got blown out, as one could predict, and it seems like it's very obvious in today's NBA. You either win game one on the road and automatically get blown out game two, or you give up ass at the last quarter in the Celtics and the Cavs cases, up 20 in both of those games. And it seems very predictable to me. Seems very predictable, very lazy basketball. And the effort last night without Steph seemed like lackluster at best. Watching the game, I finally shut it off, which is unfortunate. I never used to shut off basketball playoff games in my entire life growing up. Again, why this is the most unprofessional, hard-to-watch NBA I've ever watched. I was hoping to have Samaki on, but we'll have him on Monday. And then Draymond Green gets upset that people have created a narrative about him being an angry black man, quote. Apparently, Michael Wilbon went on Get Up this morning and also used that same narrative, compared him to Arthur Ashe. I thought it was a slap in Arthur Ashe's face. This is a joke. Draymond, homie, I gotta address you real quick. You made this narrative, homie. Nobody else made this up for you, dog. Stop the bullshit. Stop the cap, as the youngsters would say. It's always about you, Draymond. And now you made about getting heckled in the crowd. Now, listen, I've said it before. Certain things shouldn't be crossed. Certain words shouldn't be used. Certain things no matter where you are. But guess what, dog? You're on the road. You're in a hostile environment. Some shit happens. And I've known a lot worse to happen on the road in certain places. So I'm not really here for your sob story. That's where I'm at. We don't know what was said. I'm sure it'll come out on his podcast today. We'll hear his side at least. Who knows? But I don't even want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the fact that the Golden State Warriors played horrifically and lazy last night. But what do I know, Smitty? Let's dive right into it. Go ahead and address that part of it. I guess Golden State I'm going to go right to the poll question for you.
Yeah.
Golden State cooked at this point because I don't know about Steph. It looks like he's a week out. Maybe that's week. That's game 5.
Yeah,
possibly
maybe.
game 5.
Yeah, I mean, if Steph can't come back in a good enough time, they're cooked. This is a wrap. Their offense is totally different without Steph. I mean, shout out to them for getting that game 1 victory. I think that kind of gave him a little bit of protection, a little bit of breathing room to give Steph like an extra couple days to recover, hopefully, and hopefully get back to like 85, 90%. But you and I know those hamstrings are tricky. So, they're saying maybe a week. Like, there's no even guarantee because this is Steph's first hamstring injury. So they don't even have like
come back full speed.
Right, now be full speed. And they don't have like any sort of like previous information on Steph from a hamstring standpoint to even know, like, all right, well, in the past it took him, this amount of time. So if he don't come back, it's a wrap. There's no way they can beat this Timberwolves team without Steph Curry. And even if he comes back and he's like 65%, can't play no defense, I still don't think it'll be good enough. You know what I'm saying? So
the only way I think they can come back is the fact that Anthony Edwards is playing bad. He's not playing very good. 4 games in a row where he's been mid to less than like mid.
Yeah.
He's not very good right now. And the bottom line is, unless he becomes attack mode Anthony Edwards, I don't know if mid Anthony Edwards can beat this team. If Jimmy Butler says, all right, I know Steph's out, and Draymond gets his head on and says, all right, this is our game right here. We've done it before without Steph. I still think they have enough. I still think they have enough to win a game or 2. You really at this point trying to get this to game 6 or 7.
Yeah. No, you're right. Like Golden State needs one more win without Steph. If they do that, then I think no matter what, Steph is gonna come and play game 6. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he really ain't feeling it, he gonna get a shot or something and go out there for game 6. So if they can win one of these at home and Golden State, I think they got a chance. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man, because Julius Randle, man, he ain't get enough credit, but this man is hooping. He's been having a really good playoff, and I always like Julius Randle, even when the Lakers drafted him, because he just plays hard. He's physical. He's a double-double machine, and I think this trade has been good for both sides, for the Knicks and the Timberwolves. I think Cat has been pretty good for the Knicks and just the way their offense runs. And I think Randle has been pretty good for the Timberwolves in terms of just bring a toughness factor, a more versatile defender, a guy who go out there and score. To your point, when Anthony Edwards is struggling, you can count on, at least in these playoffs, you can kind of count on Julius Randle to go out there and get you 20 to 25 points in any given game. So it'll be interesting to see. But regardless, whoever wins this series, I know this wasn't part of the question, but whoever wins the other series in the West, to me, it's coming out the West. I don't think one of these teams are coming out the West, Timberwolves or the Warriors, regardless of who wins on this side. Yeah.
I don't know. In NHL news, hockey news, the Oilers, who beat the Kings, went up commanding 2-0. But again, the Kings were up 2-0 on the same Oiler team. Now the Oilers are up 2-0 on a very proud franchise in the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Oilers get a overtime victory last night, 5-4. The Oilers, man, shit. We had Trent Tucker on yesterday, former 11-year NBA vet, who's a hockey dad now, and was like, he predicted the Oilers to win it all, man.
Really?
Yeah, the Oilers up 2-0 after being down 2-0 to the Kings, who had one of the best records in all of hockey this year, especially at home. Put them out. Now they're looking like put another West Coast team out in Las Vegas. Knights up 2-0 on them.
I don't know, man. The Dallas Stars are scary, man. I mean, I hear what Trent's saying, but if I had to put money on anything today, I'm going with the Dallas Stars, man. I'll go to Bet US TV and place that bet right there. But listen, we'll see. Time will tell. I've seen crazier things within the sport over my years of covering it and just being a fan of it growing up. So, man, that's why I love hockey. You really don't know. It just every puck. We'll see. I got people in the chat though. I mean, Jake Webb, other guys they're with me. They're saying the Stars. Let us know in the chat which team you guys are rooting for and who you think will win.
Tonight's games: Cavs, Pacers, Thunder, Nuggets. Quick turnaround for two teams that had to travel. Just a day off in between. Now, listen, OKC flight to Denver is a 45-minute flight. not a big deal.
Cleveland flight to Indy is 15 minutes.
So, like, here the issue is, here we go. It's game 3, pivotal game 3s. Can Denver still win on the road first? Let me ask you right there.
Denver still won at home. Yes, they can still win at home.
And that's key. You know, you heard how I use that. Still won at home. That's how critical this is.
Yeah, I know I know because they're a good record on the road, I believe. So
good job, macro thinking. Good job, macro thinking.
But I appreciate that, Jason. The Nuggets kind of took their foot off the pedal in game 2, Jason. I think because in their head they're like, "Hey, we won game 1. We already stole one." The goal typically for these teams is to get one on the road to start. So they're going back home 1-1. Now they're like, we go here and we just win both these games at the crib. We up 3-1. We sitting pretty. It's going to be super loud in Denver. Jokic is going to be not remotivated like he wasn't motivated, but he's going to be even extra motivation to go out there and do whatever he needs to do to win. Listen, I might go to Bet US TV and place a bet that Jokic will score over 40 points, get over 15 rebounds, and over 8 assists. I'm going to see if they got like a little situation like that on Bet US TV. And I might put some big money on that because I think he's going to go off tonight. So, yes, they can still on the road.
No doubt. We'll see, man. I think they OKC the other night looked like they were hungry and embarrassed by losing game 1 at home. So I think they come out hard. It's going to be tough for Denver. You got to get the others, as Shaq would say, involved. And to me, that's Gordon and a guy that just hasn't shown up. I don't know what happened to this guy. But what happened to the explosive, big-time shooting 3, swing man in Porter Jr.?
Oh.
Like, since his brother got locked
he's had a few games in, like, the last series, but he's just been like this. I don't know. What's laughing at?
Since his brother got locked up, this motherfucker ain't even been doing well.
Well, there you go. It'd be like that.
Brother got locked up, bro.
If you got locked up,
you think this cat was
he wasn't doing nothing at all. No, he wasn't. We're not even gonna put that out in the atmosphere. But if your big brother, who's always had your back, who you love, whatever, is going through something,
or maybe he was on the card a lot and now he got to like level off.
That extra stress could do that to you, homie. Everybody handles it different. I know you the toughest, most bad man alive. And nothing can phase JB. It don't matter what he goes through. He's going to show up and show out and be himself. Shout out to you. The rest of us humans out here, we have emotions and we're not a robot and things affect us and things like that. So maybe he is being affected. Who knows? But I know who will be affected. That Indiana crowd is about to be so damn loud tonight. Downtown Indianapolis is going to be popping. Hey, I need y'all to pull up to all the cigar lounges, man. The lounges, get some tacos. It's food trucks gonna be all across the city downtown tonight. It's gonna be crazy, packed, sold out crowd at the field house. You're gonna see yellow, gold, and blue jerseys everywhere. Mike Epps might be in the crowd in the front row. You might see Vivica A. Fox might be there tonight. All the Indiana, you might see David Letterman there tonight. It's gonna be loud as hell downtown in my city.
I said, love Vivica. And then she's like, nah, I'm too good for everybody. And then she gets to be 60. It looks horrific. And then she want to fuck everybody. Let's dive into, from my homeboy that's in the chat, Manny Rodriguez, who said, I just be running my mouth, don't know nothing. I got a Mexican word of the day. Mexican word of the day is Free Game Friday. The Mexican word of the day is climate.
Like climate, like the weather,
like climate change. Yeah, a lot of folks, the liberals, you guys are claiming, you're tough on the climate change and shit like that. And so I want to make sure that we got the Mexican word of the day. So it is what it is.
I like that regular word.
Yeah. Ice hit me up for Manny. It's in the chat, and they hit me up and was like, "Hey, you got a guy in your chat?" Woo. I'm like, "Really? What happened?" He's like, he's probably not here, like, legally. I'm like, what? So I wanted to address him. Ice told me, I'm going to build a wall so high, you won't be able to climb it. Manny Rodriguez, bitch ass, whatever your name is, homie. Oh, homie, I love the ice ones, homie.
Racist show number 1. Number 2.
I make them up, by the way. Those are mine.
No heart at all when you use ice to make jokes. No heart at all.
Hey, if he didn't start none, it wouldn't have been none.
I know real Mexican
I would use a whole nother word.
I know great people.
Me too.
Who ain't did nothing at all.
Me too. Legal
got deported to Mexico because of this. Great people who add into the society, not non-criminal. Majority are those people. Contrary to belief.
Not really.
Contrary to belief. The propaganda.
You're young. You're young and dumb. Full
of killers and robbers and essayers and R words and no, they're not. Listen, we have that in every community. There's black people who do everything I just listed. There's white people. There's Mexicans. There's Asians. Much folks who just got.
Why don't you go over there
a different way? But
why don't you go there?
We don't talk politics on the show. I don't talk politics no more on the show ever. I'll never do it again.
Then don't spit out lies then on the show then.
Not spit out lies.
You just said a bunch of lies.
I said one thing, so it couldn't be.
I want to know why you don't go over there. I want to know why millions of Americans don't live in other countries, but millions of others live in our country. I'm curious why that works.
We got the best country overall.
Oh, but illegally though, right?
We have the best country. Not legally,
but illegally. So can we go over there and live? Can we go over there? Can we go over there and live?
We should understand more than them.
No, not really. I don't know millions of people. Have you ever seen a country that has millions of Americans living in it, like Russia?
I don't speak in what ifs. I don't speak in hypotheticals, homie.
You think there's like millions of Americans living in China?
I don't speak in hypotheticals, homie. We don't want to.
Well, why are we letting them here then, homie?
We don't want to, homie.
Come on, man. Miss me with the bullshit. You guys got crazy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say let them over here. I'm just saying. I got some Mexican homies.
I do too.
They chilling.
And they hear legally. They hear the right way. They hear the right way.
Built the family. Their kids are from America, and now they get it back. I get it. Nothing, and they just like, damn. Like I've been out here my whole life, basically 25 30 years. My kids born in America. Now we all back in Mexico. We have nothing. We have no God. We have nothing. I'm just saying, me. I can sympathize with that. You don't have to. I'm saying Darnell, Big Smitty can sympathize with that, and I will continue to do so.
Well, you can sympathize all you want. It doesn't mean it's right.
Okay, that's fine.
I sympathize for kids I've cut my whole life. Didn't mean they did the right thing, though. I had to cut them, right?
Yeah, totally different because that's a performance-based job. But let's keep this thing going. Keep this thing rolling. Do we have
we got quote of the day
today?
We got quote of the day. Yeah, we got quote of the day. So we'll just stop so I don't cook you in there.
Ooh. What happened, homie? Is it the wrong drink?
It's water, but
you got a little something to it.
It smells like tequila.
You see, white people, y'all don't wash your dishes that good.
No, I wash dishes.
No, you just put everything in the dishwasher, which I get.
No, that's what black folks do. I don't use a dishwasher. You motherfuckers live in a dishwasher. You throw everything in the dishwasher. You throw plastic cups in the dishwasher, homie, that you throw away.
We do that sometimes on accident.
Styrofoam, styrofoam. You know the styrofoam one?
Yeah, But we soak them first though, and we wash them out like so. No. So we fill the free game Friday. We fill the sink up, put the little stopper in. We get it nice and hot and soapy. Put all this in there. Let them soak. Take them out, rinse them off good. We damn near do a quick wash ourselves first, then put them in a dishwasher for a deep cleanse. So that's how we do it. White folks, y'all just take the dirty ass dishes that got spaghetti stains and top ramen noodle stains on there, and just been sitting for days, and put it directly in the dishwasher with no fucking rinse, no sort of scrub, nothing. And then when the cup come back out of the dishwasher and it still got a little scent to it of tequila, y'all wonder why. Well, that's why, homie. You still got to scrub and get up in there and then the side and use a sponge, homie. But y'all don't like to use washcloths. Y'all don't use sponges.
You might as well just wash it, homie.
Anything to rub
just wash it
off. I don't do that.
If I do all that, then I just wash it. Why am I gonna do all that and then put it in the dishwasher? You wasting water, homie.
Sometimes we do.
You wasting water, homie.
We are clean freaks. Black people are.
No, you're not. Come on, stop.
We're germaphobes.
Come on, homie. I grew up in the hood. I've been in the project. Stop. You're not clean freaks.
We wash our hands better than y'all. We shower better than y'all.
That shit is funny.
We wipe our ass better than y'all.
Homie. Come on, stop.
Our feet don't stink like y'all. These are all facts.
Homie. Stop. Come on, homie. You act like I never fuck with sisters. Come on.
Quote of the day, homie.
Let's not listen to quote of the day. Quote of the day, Smitty. The moment they adjust to your rhythm, change the song.
They ain't gonna get that in the chat.
Ooh, hell no, they're not gonna. They don't even understand it. They don't get it. See, gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Time to get your cookie. You don't know about that song, though.
I know that.
The moment they adjust to your rhythm, change the song, homie.
Yep.
That's how I am every day. You think you on me, and then bam, you miss me. Damn, that made a right.
Yep.
Yeah, I make a right at the stop sign, not a left, homie.
I like that. I ain't gonna rank it, but that's cool. Jeff Gilbert says top 20. I ain't gonna go that far, but it's cool though for sure. I like it. You gotta earn these rankings now, buddy.
Contrary to belief, as Smitty calls, what do you call it? CTB?
Yes, sir.
Fuck. Got too many acronyms on the
You're
show,
a coach,
man.
not a gangster. I love that.
A man who doesn't give a fuck anymore was once a man who cared too much. Contrary to belief.
Past trauma, boy.
Real.
That
That's
past trauma.
real. That's real, by the way. I don't give a fuck what you want to say about it. Oh, JB, you got hurt when you were younger. Smitty loves to say, nah. A man who doesn't give a fuck was once a man who cared too much. Where's my credit for doing that part? Where's my credence for being the guy who actually did everything for everybody? And then that just goes forgotten? Does that now go forgotten, Smitty? Now I don't give a fuck and y'all mad at me? Nah, homie. I gave you mine. I did for you what you should have been done the whole time. Guess what? You lost me, homie. You lost me. Don't be mad at me now.
You hit the nail on the head, buddy. It's like you knew I was gonna say.
Don't call me buddy. I already know. I know everything you're gonna say.
It's like you knew I was gonna go there. I ain't gonna talk about your past trauma. That's literally what. Remember, I broke you down.
That's all you can do. That's all you got. That's all
I
you
broke you down 2 days ago.
You think you know that, but I don't have no past trauma. None at all.
All right.
I just keep it real.
All right, homie.
Poll question. We already talked about the poll question. We already did the Mexican word of the day, climate. For all you guys that didn't hear it, go back and look.
We did the hockey breakdown. We did the half the show almost.
Yeah, show done already.
See if the guests can move up a little early. We can get about here early.
Why?
Haircut. I gotta make a deck today. I got to post.
I wouldn't mind leaving a little early today too. I gotta get to the yacht. I got a lot of work to do.
I'm gonna just bounce at 8 anyway, and then let you finish up.
We got 2 guests on though after.
Well, that's on them.
Motherfucker said on them, not even on me or nobody else.
It's gonna be the guests talking to each other. Like they're gonna interview each other and shit. Me and you, we bounce. All right, guys, real quick. Okay,
what'd you say?
Huh?
I was gonna say, go get a shirt on CoachJBStore.com. We got new merch. I got that Slapdick Yacht Club fire ass windbreakers, homie.
They are hard.
No,
that's
real
hard,
shit.
homie.
I got these windbreakers. They're like a thin lambskin, almost like a condom.
Ooh, them lambskin are good.
Yeah, they're like. Why are you still wearing condom? But anyway, they're a lambskin condom, and it's like a condom lambskin, real smooth. It feels unbelievable soft, and then it's got the logos. Shit, it's cold material. Cold
years.
Cold material. I got white. Only got white and black. That's the only colors I made in those.
Raw. Yeah, man. Go get them, right? Coach JB Store?
Never wear condoms. Huh?
You said Coach JB Store?
.com, yeah.
CoachJBStore.com. Go get them. I ain't work comments so long, but yeah, go to CoachJBStore.com. Go get your
never
shirt. Go get your hat.
I've never worn
going raw feel way better, but just go get your stuff all from the store.
I've never worn a condom. Take all the feeling away. Let's.
I last forever with a condom on.
Yeah, I don't even like. I gotta try to. Well, not only that, I just gotta I gotta think about other bitches, get my shit hard. I gotta get over hard to make the condom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to do all that no more.
Super hard for you roll that motherfucker on there.
At this age, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, you gotta really be turned on for the shit to work.
Yeah, you gotta be on something.
Yeah, this guy is crazy.
And I don't do that. I don't take pills and shit.
Little head, little whatever friction, you good to go in. Sex is undefeated.
Jack going crazy, huh?
Sex is undefeated, homie. You got any free game topics like off the top of your head that you seen online or that's you and the homies was arguing about?
Yeah, it was something we haven't done in a while. Real talk or jaw jacking.
There we go.
Because you forgot all about it.
Look at my arms.
And I wanted to bring this up real quick. Take a listen.
Men love a cat that stinks. Men would prefer a cat that stinks over a cat that doesn't stink. Men are going to find it hard to keep it real about their preference. A cat that stinks feels better to them than a cat that doesn't stink. Now, when I say stink, it's not like a stank. It's just a little bit of the get back wind that's going to smell like booty. It's something that sets off their senses and they like it. When I say stink, I mean the cat is just purring a little bit. It's not overpowering. Women also prefer a man that has a scent to his balls versus a man who doesn't have a scent to his balls. The man that stinks has better pipe than the man who is clean. So that's why often you see a girl going for a dirty nigga versus a clean nigga, because the clean nigga is too proper and the dirty nigga has what she wants.
All right,
There's a lot to
Bailey,
unpack here.
Bailey, what?
There's a lot to unpack here.
Real talk or jaw jacking?
Well, jaw jacking just off the bat. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to stink. I like to eat, so I don't want to go down there and it's stinking. So that's number one.
You like to eat.
Number
I know
two,
you like to eat. Oh,
having a little bit of a smell.
You like to eat.
Having a little bit of a smell don't make it better. That no correlation at all. No correlation at all. I want that motherfucker clean. I want that motherfucker. If it ain't a bald fade, I want it low. I want it trim. I want it to be nice and pretty and juicy and wet. I want all that, and I want it to smell good. It should be like water when I go down there. I shouldn't be no itches at all. But deeper than that, I don't think, and shout out to her. I don't think this person is the right person to be talking about what men like when it comes to vagina. I don't think she don't like.
Huh?
Go ahead, Jason.
No. You was kind of sounding like JB on the show. I was curious. I'd love to hear what you had to say. Keep going.
She's 6'3", 280. I mean, a couple things here. It sounds like her shit might stink, number one, and she's trying to defend it.
Sound like
stink. Just yeah, because it's like
sound
why you
like
defending
or
it so
look like
hard, number one.
Shout out to all my Usos, but she look Uso. She got a little Uso in her.
She got a little, like a sprinkle, like 1/4 Uso, 3/4 black. I just see sound like her shit might stink, and she's trying to like defend it. Also, I don't the way she dressed. Does she like men? Does she like women? Just being real.
Yeah,
it's a lot here.
She might know everything. She might know what balls smell like because she got balls.
That's
I don't
fair.
know.
I guess that's a fair point because she's probably experienced. She got fucked at some point when she was younger, and then she was like, never mind. Like, I don't like this. And then maybe she turned this and started messing with girls, or maybe she's straight and she's a super tomboy. I'm just looking at her picture on the left, and again, I'm admitting this is all just a guess. I'm looking at her swag, and she has like a very, very, very tomboy swag, which is fine, but that swag ain't something that a man is gonna want. So
I'm confused. What do you read the header? The header
that whoever this page got, they wrote is California artist.
What does that mean right there?
She's a rapper.
So that means it's a rap, she's not doing she's not painting Picasso or anything.
Nah, when we say artist, like music, right? So California artist, her name is Mother Goat, is currently going viral after saying men prefer a coochie with a stench. Mother Goat is kind of a cool name. I wonder can she like spit? I know I can't play it on here or it's gonna mess up. I might go mute.
She said she swallows. She don't spit. Oh, you mean spit like rap? My bad.
Yeah, my fault. Give your take real quick. I'm gonna see if her music good behind the scenes.
Yeah,
cool
I don't understand it. Anyone that thinks this way means that. Here's the thing. I talked to a few. What do you call them? Studs. And the stud told me the other day that she's not a stud no more because of stinky pussy.
Because of it, which means they don't want it. That's my point.
She said even
the girls who are lesbian or stud or whatever, they don't want no chick with no stinky cat.
She said she went back to dick.
And that's very telling because the stud or the lesbian, whoever, they have a vagina, obviously, duh. So they know how it's supposed to smell when you take good care of it.
Like I said, homie, that's why I used to go to Peanuts and I used to throw dick to dykes, homie. I'm telling you, they all want dick, homie. Don't let them confuse you and think that they just want to rub the taco on taco, homie. That's not really what it is, homie. They want some pipe and they won't let you know. But when they finally went down and got that stinky cat from old girl right here, Lady of Rage, they were like, oh, fuck. And then
Lady of Rage is insane.
Huh?
I'm gonna say Lady of Rage is insane.
Oh, that's not Lady of Rage?
Let me see. She might be
a painter.
She got kids. She might be.
Oh, fuck.
No, but I don't know. She might be like, is that her dude?
Do you think kids
she might be straight and just might be tomboyish?
Do you think kids that come out of smelly cats have a stench to them forever?
Initially, they do for sure.
Forever though?
Not forever, but initially, like that first year is gonna be tough to get that off. Cause you've been sitting in it for like 9 months, longer than 9 months, 10 months, really, as your body was being formed. It's just been stinking, just everything. It's because the vagina don't just stop right there. Like the vagina goes internal. So
yeah, but the baby not sitting in the vagina, homie.
Of course not. We know where they at, homie. But I'm saying all that makes that scent goes internal. A lot of times, women who got sticky cat got sticky breath. Think about that. And why is that? It goes in there, in the body, out the mouth. Josh Felix said, let's shut down the fact that she ain't poly, though.
Nobody ever wants to claim the fucked up person one. You know?
I'm a realist. Good or bad, good, bad, happy, sad. I'm going to leave her alone, though, because she kind of like.
Gangster?
Yeah, and she big, too.
Yeah, she might fuck somebody
this
up.
This motherfucker big. Like, I'm talking like Trent Williams, left tackle big. Like, can you see this picture?
Oh, damn.
Like, yeah. Like,
she did not need.
Yeah, like.
She kind of looked like your homie.
Who?
Play for the Commanders.
Who does it look like, huh? Who does it look like? Say it. Who does it look like, Jason? I want you to say it right now. I'm going to cut this clip. Who does it look like, Jason? Say it.
I can't do that. I'm just a homie.
Hey, Sheldon, if you're watching this, JB trying to
it looked like Sheldon Day, homie. It looked like Sheldon Day, homie.
Hey, Sheldon, if you're watching this, JB trying to roast you. He said this girl, LA rapper.
Back it up a little. Let it focus in just a little bit.
Mother goat.
Back it up the other way. Back it up the other way. More. Oh, right there. That right there is perfect. It cleared up.
That's crazy, homie.
Sheldon, I'm just saying, Sheldon. Look like she could dip and rip. Look like she could get upfield. Looks like he could retrace, homie, on the screen. The bitches, the motherfucker looked like she put together, homie. Screen! That bitch got to the QB, homie. She got to the QB, homie.
Hey, motherfucker. Screen!
That motherfucker, homie. I'm sure I'll be getting a DM from her soon, and she'll be wanting to come on the show.
Pass, ball, screen. Back left.
Now, 100 of them motherfuckers might fuck with a gorilla because of the stance. Because the gorilla gonna be like, what the fuck that smell? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he gonna go to 100 of them to figure out the stance, and then they get them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. A lot going on, Smitty. Let's dive right into the show. We got a lot of shit today to dive into. It's Free Game Friday. Bailey does have some topics for us that did happen last night that'll make for great TV because that's what we are. We're a TV show. If you're listening on the audio side, it's just for shits and giggles. We throw that up every day just for you guys that are driving trucks, like the Happy Face Killers of the world. So you guys go out there and check that out. If you haven't watched Happy Face Killer, true story, go watch it. Smitty, let's dive right into the first topic.
Let's go, man. A-Block, man. First topic, man. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, back in the news, is reportedly banned from North Carolina's football facility. This is per Pablo Torre. One of Belichick family sources adds that there's a deep worry for how detrimental Jordan can be for not just North Carolina,
wait.
legacy and reputation.
No way. Is this real?
Per source, Pablo Torres.
Hold on. Pablo Torre, homie.
Pablo Torre.
You got a show cut out. ESPN. The show was horrible, and you got. So hold on. I did not hear this, homie.
I didn't either. It was my first time hearing it.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. Because I was busy last night. I was at Mastro's eating a 22-ounce ribeye, medium well, with a side of lobster fried rice, scalloped potato, Caesar salad, that fresh bread that come out, with a glass of Mastro margarita with some strawberry puree, sugar on the rim. Go ahead.
Since COVID, I did a deep dive.
Yep.
The number one cause for divorce is income or lack thereof.
Okay.
Let me give you a macro take on it.
Please.
Do you know what that lack of income is from?
What?
Going out to eat.
Really? I mean, I did spend over $400 last night. But it's something we do like once or twice a year, though. It was our anniversary week.
Twice a year, cool. I know people that do it once a week, though. So you're talking $100,000 a year on going out to eat.
Well, hold on, just for clarity, I go out to eat a lot. I don't go to Mastro's a lot.
Even going out though. Even going out to eat though.
I spend $1,000 per month on food for sure. But you do too, homie, in a different way.
Nah.
You spend a lot of money on food.
I cook though. I don't go out to restaurants. You don't see me at restaurants. Very, very few. Very, very. Maybe what? Once a year you'll see me at a restaurant. Like I don't go to restaurants. I cook. I do buy food to put on the yacht when we go out.
You got a lot of food though.
Yeah, but we got it's more snacky on the yacht and shit. So I'm telling you, I'm just giving you game, homie. That shit'll break you now, especially with the inflation and the cost of fucking goods, homie.
No, you're right for sure, but I don't know, man. I'm the type of guy.
You know what I could cook for $400 though? Seriously, you know what I could.
For days too. Like
yeah.
I got a lot of leftovers though. So I told my wife, I said, we're not buying shit today. We're gonna eat the fucking leftovers.
Today,
that's all we eat from today till Sunday.
You should freeze that shit up and save for the month. I might
tear this shit up because I couldn't finish a lot of that shit
for the month. I wouldn't have a shit.
We got chili in there. We good for we eating leftovers till probably Monday. So
I'll do it next Monday. Smitty, this is good news for me. I feel good about this right
Jordan Hudson is reportedly banned from UNC football.
Now, who banned her? I need to know more though. Who banned her?
I mean, I don't know. One Belichick family member says that there's a deep worry for how detrimental Jordan can be for not just North Carolina, but for Bill's legacy, reputation, and everything he has built and worked for over decades. So I don't know if somebody got in Bill's ear or if Bill went over there to her and said, hey, Jordan, hey, I love you. I like everything you're doing for me. But there's a lot of attention going on right now. It's negative.
Okay, Shaq, homie.
He kind of talked like Shaq, though, a little
bit. Was it Shaq, homie?
They kind of got the same tone.
Did Shaq speak to her for him?
How does Belichick talk though?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Just do that the whole time.
Playoffs, fourth quarter. Referees could play through the flag. That's what they do. They throw a flag. Thank you. That's it. I mean, that's the bill I like.
That's great, actually. That's
I don't want this bill.
So how did Bill? So what did Bill say?
This bill right here, looking off in the sunset, right there, with the way that's probably a fully edited clip, video, picture. Right. That picture right there is as a son of a father. Like I'm looking at the son, like I'm looking at like his kids, looking at their dad. Like I would look at my dad, like. What's going on, Pops? Like, this ain't you, homie. You look like you're in a trance. She got you pussy tranced. And I'm just
pussy on a pedestal. Never do that. Go ahead, Jason.
I want to help him out, and I think the only way to help him, homie, unfortunately for him, fortunate for her and us, we almost got to like fill the cat, homie. No?
Huh? What you mean by that?
Huh?
Just for clarity for people in the chat, what do you mean by that?
Like, I need to holler at her and see, like, I need to fuck. I'm saying to help him out, homie, at the end of the day.
So
like,
for clarity, you need to, just for clarity and just my small brain, you're saying the only way to help Bill Belichick in his current situation is to let you hit his girl.
Yes.
And by doing so, that will solve the problems. How?
Then I can have a real conversation. I can say, Coach, the shit ain't that good, homie.
Oh, okay.
Or I can say, Coach, you're fucking 1,000% right to keep her the way you keep her.
Okay.
You feel me? Now you see macro.
You need some understanding to know
what's going on.
Before you put judgment on him, you need to see why he's doing it. Because until you walk the mile in my shoes, you can't talk about what I do. So you need to walk a mile in his pants.
I mean, I feel like I'm. That's the only fair thing to do to help this dude, this legend. We got to save this man.
Damn.
If that's what it takes, Smitty.
We got to do whatever it takes. I mean, he's the greatest coach of all time.
And I think you almost need two cats, like you and I, like go, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, and then come out and be like, man, you think is this really worth keeping? And then you look at this motherfucker legit or wherever.
Fire, right?
Yeah, or the shit is. God damn, what else does she got? Because the pussy's dry and horrible. Like, I don't know.
Damn.
We got a video, though, of him breaking this video of this whole thing down. Take a look.
Full of breaking news updates since what has happened publicly since we last gathered. Number one, okay? Two sources at the University of North Carolina tell me that there has been a decision, it was made last week, by the higher-ups inside the athletic department that had hired Bill Belichick to be the highest-paid public employee, not just coach, in the state of North Carolina at $10 million a year. And that decision was that Jordan Hudson is no longer allowed in the football building.
Okay.
She is not allowed on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, don't think you'll be hearing much from Jordan moving forward.
Wow.
Dang, not in the
flippant.
building?
That's a little flippant. I feel like that is what is done with a distraction, and a team is within its rights to do that when it comes to external distractions.
Now, do we...
Kudos to the North Carolina University if that's what they did. If somebody in the higher up said, Bill, I don't take it or leave it. Is Bill going to walk away already after what he's done this spring and say, no, I'm out? Kudos to the university if that's what happened. I don't know if that's what happened, though. My gut would think since they've already given him all this leash, plus the salary alone tells me this is Bill's university. It's no longer North Carolina's. There's no way that Bill didn't make this decision, in my opinion. Now, if North Carolina did do it and say, we're mandating that you do this or go, because we're not going to pay you, and I don't know how that would work contractually. I don't know. But kudos to North Carolina if they did say, this is not our mission statement, Bill. This is a university issue we're having. We're taking too much heat. And you work in PR business. Like, I'm sure the PR is insane for a university to cover up the shit that they get probably by mail, social media, emails to HR. I can't imagine the shit they get, the shit storm that this has become at a university of apparently higher learning, which we know that's not the fact anymore. But still on the education side, on the campus side, there's still people, the majority of the people that go to the school there are students and not athletes. So kudos to North Carolina and kudos for whoever made it happen. Hopefully we can see the real Bill Belichick again. But who knows, Smitty? We don't know until we know.
Nah, it's a fact. I think I'm with you. Bill definitely is the one who made this decision, but maybe he went to his people at North Carolina and made it publicly look like they did it, just so it wouldn't like cause any more issues and people, oh, is Jordan and Bill, are they about to break up? Are they going to split? And because that would lead to more just news and noise. So they probably went that route is the way I look at it. But yeah, this is good though. It's good. And it shouldn't even have to get to this point. She should have understood that, hey, it's a lot of attention right now. Let me just fall back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I love my woman so much. She's so low key. Like she don't need to be in the limelight. Like that was part of the thing that I liked about her. Everybody different, but I don't need my woman just to always be in front of the camera and limelight and doing all that. Like it's time and place. It's time and place for everything, and it's time to just like sit back, chill, relax. So, if this is true, I think it'll be beneficial to Belichick in the program. So, and if not, if JB needs to go help out, then set it up. Maybe he'll watch.
We'll see. Does this poll question that we just came up with though, right now, live on the show, new poll question. Good. Is this the end of the relationship?
The beginning of the end.
I would say it's either already ended, or it's either already ended, or there's so much to unpack. We don't have all day on this.
You think Bill met another young chick on campus, like a graduate, not like no weird, like a graduate, like a 6-year person in doctor school, 22, who took her place?
I think he fucking got wind, and his family, his kids who coach with him for all these years, and they're like, "What are we doing, pops? Like, look at what she's look what she's been doing." And then he saw that she's fucking with, nothing but like 80-year-old cats.
Look what she's doing to us, pops.
Yeah. She's been fucking. Legacy. Yeah. She fucked Kraft. Like she fucked, Jerry Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he found out she's been fucking all these old white cats. And now he's figuring out, she has my money.
Who's the Clippers owner, the racist dude?
Yeah. Donald Sterling. Like she fucking with all these.
Sterling, Dad.
Yeah. Like. I don't know, homie.
How much information do I have to show you?
What if the new transfer? What if the new transfer QB hit, and he found out?
He ain't old enough. She don't like young dudes.
But he still could have hit though.
Nah, she don't like young dudes. Like
she getting her fix, homie, from younger.
Work with young people like.
Homie, she getting her dick from younger cats, homie.
She don't like
She's not getting her dick from old cats, homie.
That's what she likes. She likes the pubes. She likes that, homie.
She getting the money from them. She fucking. I was telling you, homie. I know how to.
They're not paying her money if she ain't fucking them.
Last night,
me and my wife, we sitting down eating, and I'm a people watcher. We're right by the stairs, up second floor, Mastro's, Beverly Hills, and I see this old ass dude, got to be 67, 68 years old, white dude, walking down with. I swear, she had to be like 24 chick, decent body, young, and he held like, and his daughter, the way she dressed, it's like she had a freakum dress on. I said, you see this shit, baby? This is the Sugar Baby website you told me about. Sugar Baby, homie. I seen it firsthand last night.
I told you I saw it at the bar, homie.
That's crazy, homie.
Yeah, bro. Homie. I didn't know it was a website, but yeah, that shit crazy. Hey, let me ask you something real quick. What if Bill's playing all of us? What if he's so macro, which he is? We all think. Are you gonna be shocked if Bill did all this just to recruit? Yeah, I mean, he is the GOAT. He figures it out, homie. I wouldn't be shocked if he did that shit, and then he tells his whole team today, like, yeah, I let that bitch lose. Fuck that. I just let you know, motherfucker, know I can get this. Now y'all can go fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think he might be playing everybody, homie.
You might be on something. You might be on a whole nother level right now. We can't even think the way you
I think coach wise. I'm thinking, shit. I've done some shit like this. I mean, not like this.
You ain't did nothing like this, but I hear
like this, but different. Yeah.
Damn.
So, I'm just saying, homie.
Before we go to like our little last thing before we go to our first break? What's the craziest thing you've done to recruit either a individual player, players, whatever? I know I'm putting you on the spot. So I'm gonna give you a little time to I'm gonna keep talking and let your brain move around and be real. You ain't coaching no more, so just keep it all the way fucking real. You can leave names out. What's the craziest thing you've done though to fucking lock a player in. Go ahead. It's going viral, Paris. Be ready to cut this, please.
I know what it is already. I just don't know if I can say it.
Okay, just think about it. Take your time.
Because the feds are involved.
How long has it been? Has it been over 10 years though?
Oh yeah.
Are you good then? They can't arrest you for that.
TikTok, we'll see you on the other side, homie. I made all my out-of-state players in-state. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. Hey, dog, they saw a motherfucker walking around Miami Dolphins camp. What's cracking? You trying to play?
They capping.
Uh-oh.
To Texas, to California. I've been here in Atlanta in my studio creating content as an influencer, as a YouTuber, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Lion, that's crazy. It's crazy to me to just make shit up, huh?
Yeah, I've been telling you, ass.
You know how it go, bro. They look at what's hot, what's popping. And I think one of my missions being in media is you still have to vet the information. These days, they want to be the first to post. Hey, I said it first, blah, 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 not having any truth or merit to it. And it's like, my girl hit me yesterday and said, motherfucker, you in Miami? You in Charlotte?
Hey, yeah, that's real. Hey, girl gonna find out. She gonna be like, "Where the fuck you at?"
FaceTime, hey, where you? I thought you said you was
because a lot of people live vicariously through you. So what happens to you, it also happens to them. So even your outreach, they like, yo, congratulations to Cam. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, hold on, let me make sure he ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely heard it. I definitely seen it, and this is a fedora that I have on, but what most people wear on their hat, this was a definitely cap situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's capping. Hey, I told people before, I was like, man, I recruited Cam years ago before he went to Blinn, and you signed with Franchione's kid, and I was like, man, I was trying to get that motherfucker to Compton, boy. And your take with Tyreek Hill getting pulled over, Smitty and I had a huge argument about it. I saw your take, and I'm like, we had an argument. And then and I was like, does that go back to JUCO though? What you just kind of stated, is saying, "Hey man, I got a different look. I got a different eye now on these folks with my skin tone and the motherfuckers that maybe they're not just what everyone else in the media uses as an agenda." I told Smitty and I said, when you got a kid, when you have a daughter or a son, and you got a different lifestyle, you'll tell that motherfucker to keep the motherfucking window down. 100%. And I think it changes people's mindset. And Smitty young, Smitty 30. And he's like, well, still, two things could be true. It didn't have to happen afterwards. Like, well, yeah, but it would have never got to that point. And I think that was your take as well. But does it go back to JUCO looking and saying, you know what, Franchione was a white boy and he actually looked out for me? It's not just, do you look at that now as a grown man and say that might have changed my thinking?
Well, that's a whole loaded question. The first, I will go to the Tyreek situation. Man, I love Tyreek, bro. A Georgia boy who, I have the utmost respect for, and his skill set and talent, right? When I look at my takes as a sports personality now, covering sports in a football adjacent show, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's my job. I looked at it like I was the OG in the locker room, where people don't say it, but they always want to hear what you got to say, right? Yeah. And when I analyzed the whole situation, I was one of the million people that heard and got the ESPN update on their phone as I'm walking into church, and I'm like, what? Hold up. So, do we have footage? Do we have this? And then when you see the initial footage of him on the ground, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck, right?
Right.
But when you get the whole police dash cam and you see what transpired and how it escalated and how it could have been de-escalated at times, he didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And as any true friend, as any true person that's in your social circle or any true teammate, it's your job to not just be the yes man to be like, yo, bro, I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, dog, you could have got
foul. Yeah,
like,
you foul.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Tyreek. Like, my boy. Oh, you got out, bro. You could have handled that way differently too. And even with this situation, a lot of times cats don't be willing to lose a friendship because of the truth. It's like, yo, bro, I'm just here to report what I deem you to be and uphold yourself and your morals as a way. It could have been anything. Obviously, it was a police situation where I tried to give perspective for my children, right? And all children. But it could have been a domestic situation. It could have been, you just acting as if you're normal in a club where you're being disrespectful, belligerent, whatever you want to kind of call it. These are things that accountability has to be held at all times.
Ha! LaShaw, what you mad about Cam for? Who's he throwing under the bus?
Oh,
what? I mean,
no, I just saw she was mad at Cam, and it was
he lost Cam. I'm trying to figure out why though, because he called out who the guy, a young. You talking about you mad at a brother that hits sisters?
her name is Lachey.
You mad at a brother for calling out a brother who hits young sisters? I'm tripping, homie. Am I tripping? Crazy. You cool with that, Lachey? You cool with a motherfucker hit on you? That's crazy.
Well, anyway. She's not talking about that. She's talking about that one.
Lachey, you need a white boy. Lachey, you need a white boy.
Nah, she need a brother. Keep it in the community.
Lachey you need to get out of the community. That's what's wrong.
We need some more. Like, I feel like we're lacking like true like black people now. Like this cool black people. Which is everybody mixed right now, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with mixed people, by the way. Don't worry, before y'all start tripping.
They're the best one.
Man, stop, man. You love y'all. Stop.
Best
I'm just saying, it's
best
cool
one.
to have a few like thoroughbred, like full black ones too. Though. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Best one though.
We need all of us. You said what?
Best ones, I mean, like Bailey and them.
What you mean the best one? Best ones as far as what?
Like in life.
Really?
Wow.
So you think light skins are better than whites and blacks, like full blacks?
I don't know about that, but like the mix.
I don't best one. Like be specific. Get the brass tag. Are you talking about the women got the best cat? What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying right now?
What are you throwing cat? I'm hearing all kind of shit coming out.
You keep saying they're the best. Best said what? Best said what are you talking about?
Definitely got the best cat. That's not even a question. We don't even talk
you ain't never with no chocolate woman. You don't like, which is fine. Everybody got their own taste. I like chocolate. Like that's
like I've had a broad so goddamn dark. She made Africa look light.
Don't say that shit. That come off different. I know what you mean though, because you my guy. But I'm saying
come off regular.
I know, but to protect you from the people, from the haters.
You ain't gotta ever protect me from nobody.
I know I don't have to, but that's my natural instinct as a man.
But you don't have to. I protect you.
Nah, you don't protect me. Like I'm the.
No, I'm gonna be the one to protect you.
I'm gonna be the one to protect you. I'm the head honcho.
I had a broad stripper bitch. Oh,
why you time out, bro? Why every single broad you have is a stripper? Like every single one.
I used to fuck with strippers, homie.
You ain't never like this bad, like a regular like chick.
I told you this story before, though. I believe, right?
Again, fuck it.
I told you the story though about my boy Dave Monk, spree, a couple cats a day, but she was. I'm talking about. I don't know how dark is, but the baddest bitch I've ever seen in my life to this day.
Ooh,
she had emerald green eyes, real though, not fake. There was no fake back then. This is 95, 96. And then I go scoop her up to go out. She was already the baddest bitch I ever seen in my life. I go scoop her up, and she said, "Come meet." Like their heritage, you got to go in and meet the whole family.
Yeah.
They wasn't Nigerian. They was
Eritrean. I know you're talking about.
Nah, they were from
Congo.
Nope.
Dominican.
No. They African, homie.
Dominicans be dark sometimes though.
God damn, what's the country in Africa, homie? Not Ethiopian, but I met a bad Ethiopian too. Don't get it twisted. Ethiopia got some bad.
Haitian.
Nah, not Haitian. Anyway, I'll tell you the country later. But
Ghana.
Nah, it wasn't Ghana either. Sudan.
Dang. Oh, yeah, super dark skin there.
Homie, I walk in the house, homie. She the worst bitch of all the sisters. And she was already the baddest bitch I ever met in my life.
So it just got badder and badder and badder.
And she had 6 sisters.
5 or 6?
6. She's the 7th. She was the 7th.
What?
Yeah, bro. Real shit.
So how did that night go?
It was cool. I never hit or nothing. Never hit. I'm not. I keep it real. I never hit.
Nah, it's all respect. She's a respectful woman.
I was young. I was younger. And I was like in awe of the broad that I wasn't trying to even hit. I wasn't even trying to
mess it up. You didn't want to.
I wasn't even trying to hit. I wasn't even trying to hit. I was at that. I was like, damn, am I saving the hole? Like, I would have pulled that bitch out of here.
Where did y'all go, homie?
It's a Taco Bell, homie.
Ah, what the fuck? No wonder you didn't hit. Can't take no queen to Taco Bell. You crazy? Fuck is wrong with you, homie? It's an actual queen. He took the Taco Bell. She probably a queen back in Sudan. Took her to Taco fucking Bell and got a Baja. If they had Baja Black, you got a fucking high C with fucking damn Nacho Bell Grande, 2 soft shell Supremes.
Mountain Dew, homie.
We got a Mountain Dew with 2 soft shell Supremes and Nacho Bell Grande.
Baddest bitch ever to walk in Taco Bell. Baddest bitch ever to walk in Taco Bell. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Sure. What do you think she's doing today?
My boy Dave, years later, said she was like one of the biggest earners in Vegas.
Oh, shit. She a scammer, homie?
Nah, she wasn't FA&M, though. She was just a bad bitch. I mean, she's one of the ones that didn't have to fuck. She didn't have to do no crazy shit to get some cheese on me because she was so bad that it was going it was coming. Like, the cats was paying her.
And it was coming.
To be around her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being honest, homie. The family was unbelievable, man.
How did you get her there for that day?
I was a cold motherfucker, homie. I stood out.
What was your pickup line?
I'm in the league. Let's move on, man. We got a lot going on. We already talked Bill Belichick.
Drew Smooth, I'm up, homie. I ain't down bad at all. Watch your mouth, Drew Smooth. Go to school. You 16? Keep going. You good, Jason?
Thank you, Darnell. Let's get into what's happening now, man. We got to start right off the gate.
Let's get it. Right out the gate at 7:13.
I mean, after the commercial.
We got one more hour before we got all these guests. So let's get
You read this one.
Let me see. Let me read it first and see if I want to read it. All right. See, Bailey, you gotta watch Bailey. I don't like Bailey. I don't like Bailey's adjectives. Okay. This massive 12-foot plus size black woman statue. That's a crazy fucking bar right there. Like that, I'm gonna stop right there. This massive 12-foot plus size black woman statue in Times Square was inspired in part by Michelangelo's David, according to the Times Square website.
You got any context?
Got no context on me.
Who is she?
Huh?
Who is she?
So they say the fictional woman was put up by artist Thomas J. Price. Bailey Price. Thomas J. Price. Interesting. The fictional woman was put up by artist Thomas J. Price to instigate meaningful connections and bind intimate emotional states that allow for deeper reflection around the human condition and greater cultural diversity. According to the website, the statue is similar to Michelangelo's David. In her depiction, one recognizes a shared humanity, yet the contrapposto pose of her body and the ease of her stance is a subtle nod to Michelangelo's David. What's contrapposto?
I don't know. I thought it was gawk.
It says in her depiction, one recognizes a shared humanity, yet the contrapposto pose of her body. Hold on, side note. I just captured what you just said. You thought this statue was Gawk, homie?
What happened?
No, hold the fuck on. You said you thought this statue that we're looking at right now in between us was Gawk. Oh my God. Is she watching the show right now? This man, Jason Brown, to my left, not my right, said he thought this statue in the middle of Times Square was one of our biggest supporters that we've had on this show. Gawk. Do we have the famous sound for the people who might have forgot? We had Gawk. We had the new sound that she made too. You got one of those sounds in the background?
That's why it's called the Gawk. Because you're gawking it in the back of that throat. Gawk. That's why it's called the Gawk.
That's who JB thought this person was. I don't even
By
know.
the way, that sound is classic. Like, that sound is unbelievable. For her to do that for the show is unbelievable. No show has that.
It actually sounded like she really like got some in her throat. That's what's good about it.
She did. But anyway, that is like unbelievable. Like, nobody has that on their show.
They don't. And you know what? We haven't even fully maximized that sound. Like, we could use that sound.
I love Sisters, and I love like the beauty and all the shit that they entail. And I was just telling you a great story about it. The bitch I had was the baddest ever, and then
not a bitch, a queen.
Six
Stop calling
sisters.
women bitches all the time. I'm gonna start calling.
She was a stripper, and she liked being called it. And then I went home. The one I was talking about earlier.
The girl from Sudan.
Yeah, the one I went home. Yeah, what do you mean?
I'm sorry. I thought it was a separate. I thought the Sudan girl, because you said you went to her house. She had 6 siblings. She had a daddy.
That's her. That's her, homie. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why?
Well, she's stripping. She got everything she needs. She's smart. She got a good head on her shoulder. She got a full family, kid.
You been to Hong Kong, homie?
Siblings, homie.
You been to Hong Kong in Mexico? Hong Kong and Tijuana.
Oh, no. You talking about Tijuana?
Yeah.
I haven't yet, but I heard about that spot. You
okay,
been there?
Well, have you? So, why don't you go ask all them bitches in there why they stripping? Shit.
But they come from like broken households and shit like that.
So then maybe she said Sudan. Oh, you act like Sudan's is like thriving.
No, I'm saying no. I heard your story. You said you went to her house. You said this was a house where her family, her culture, you had to go in, shake their hands.
Yeah, the culture ain't changing.
I know, but she has structure. She has parents. She has siblings.
And
those are the ones you see.
By the way, homie, she was 6 foot.
Oh, that's too tall for me, homie.
Oh no, I know he's 5'8", but I'm saying she was 6 foot. She was perfect for me.
I don't want to be eye to eye.
Hey, I'm talking about like
you put heels on. Now you taller than me.
I can't believe Anyway, we got something.
Didn't even hit.
But anyway,
hold on.
My point was
last thing. She was a stripper and you couldn't hit. Motherfucker, you lame as hell. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, I didn't say I didn't hit. I said I didn't hit that day when
I was trying to throw a word in there.
Anyway,
you a slick motherfucker, boy.
No, I told you it was respect. I didn't want to try to even hit that night.
Ain't no respect. She a stripper.
But then I asked myself, like, damn, am I saving a hoe? I told you the whole story. You didn't listen. You don't listen at all to anything I say. But anyway,
you say a lot of bullshit.
I love sisters and all that, but like,
I don't say nothing bad.
Why we throw her up there in the statue?
They just told you why, homie.
Pull it back up. It looked like the nude Debrat.
No, homie. It's a regular plus size black
like
woman.
The nude Debrat, homie.
In her depiction, one recognized they shared humanity, yet the contrapposto pose of her body
Who allowed this?
Who allowed this? David.
I want to put like Rosie O'Donnell's fat ass up there or something.
No, she's racist. She called us the N-word, hard ER, and they canceled her.
Well, then she moved though. Fuck.
And they started a new show. They took Roseanne's, but dropped Roseanne and put her last name. What's it called? Not the Parkers, whatever their last name was. They kept the show going and did new seasons without her.
I don't know, but anyway, I need to put her up. Just any fat bitch, just put him on the statue. Fuck it. I need to put any. I want to do something. I want to put. You know what I'm saying? You all right, homie?
Yeah, I had to clear my throat. I had a little cold.
Let's get into the next thing, man, because I want to dive into it real quick. I don't know if this is what I don't know if this is white people shit or what it is, but this is very interesting to say the least. So contextually, a cat was running from the cops, and this what happened. Play the audio.
Get out of that water! Not go to jail, but I don't believe in a bar. You're gonna lie to me twice. I'm gonna beat this nigga's ass. Come on. You wanna see what I did to the last one? I'm gonna show you. The last one that bit me, watch. I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna gut it. Come on, sunshine. I didn't do anything. Can I please? And then do what? Go to jail twice? What the f? Dude, I don't want to go to jail. I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't do anything. That's all you're trying to figure out.
What the fuck is Ruben doing?
You're not trying to figure out anything. You're doing more than your job. And you don't know. I'll beat that his ass, hold him upside down, and stick my finger in his ass and make him drown. Go get out of that water! This ain't my first rodeo. Yo, I hear you, bro, but it's
Ain't my first rodeo. He said, get out the water. What is Ruben on, homie? Your homies got, listen, I love your homies because they your
What is
homies.
who on?
The Ruben. What is he doing? Like, listen, I understand the homies of my homie is my homie. So these my homies. But you got to talk to your homies. Like, there's certain things you don't need to be doing. One, Ruben, why is he always in the water, number one? Number two, Ruben, why are you fighting a fucking crocodile?
Pause it right there.
alligator?
Is that Ruben? Pause it. Is that Ruben on me?
Yes, it literally. Are y'all blind? That's Ruben.
Nah, Ruben's down there.
Ruben.
That's Ruben down there, homie.
It's the same person, homie, unless I'm tripping.
Ruben was my center, homie. So you're saying he lost that much weight?
Yeah, he's small as hell now.
Diabetes, homie.
I mean, you keep saying that, you know. I mean, fuck. I pray he's okay, but this is showing me he's not okay. His mind is fucked up. The poison got to his brain. Fuck is he doing in the water fighting an alligator, homie?
He running from the cops, homie.
But he's fighting the alligator. He's talking to. He literally kicked him. Said, "This ain't my first rodeo." He said, "You saw why this is the last one. I'll flip you over, put my fingers up your ass, and skin you." He said to the alligator, homie. You not listening?
I know, homie. He don't give a fuck. He said he ain't going to jail, homie.
What they got to do with the alligator, homie? White people shit. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Let's get the brass tacks. WPS.
He Mexican, homie.
But he's doing the WPS action. And Ruben grew up with white people. He didn't grow up like in Mexico. I said it before.
What was the Mexican word of the day today?
It was climate.
Man, we got Anthony Beck on later.
Hey, Chad, I'm curious. Hey, what do y'all do? Like, everybody drop y'all jobs or whatever y'all do in the comments. I'm just curious.
I want to jump into something real quick. I don't know if you saw this, but Charles Barkley continues to grab my respect at an all-time high. He went on a good friend of mine, Dan Dockage, on Outkick, and take a listen to this interview.
Did you see this? I don't know if you saw this. Nike's been really good to me. Nike would take me on trips. I made some money.
Indiana guy.
But they're helping fund. I'm curious your thoughts on this. They're helping fund a gender. This is a gender affirming care study on young boys, with the goal is impairing boys to be able to come down to participate against women. Have you seen this thing?
I have not, but I'm going to make this very simple for you, Dan. Men should not play sports against women. I'm not going to get into all the bullshit that's going on out here in the world today. It's interesting. I always sit back and look at the stuff, and let me tell you something. I love gay people. I love transgender people. I'm against any form of discrimination, period. Because you can't say, if you are against, I love my gay friends and I love my transgender friends, but I'm not going to get into all this stuff that's going around. Men should not play sports against women. If anybody thinks that, I think they're stupid. I'm not, like I say, I support the gay community 100%. I support the transgender community 100%.
Basically, Marcellus Wiley's wife came out after that, gave him credit. He knows that boys should not be playing girls.
Everybody know that.
And not everybody. Obviously, there wouldn't be protests at University of Washington right now. So not everybody knows that. Rational people understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think everybody knows it. That's the problem. So I don't know, man. It's kind of unfortunate. He also went on a rant, homie. If you haven't watched that whole interview about ESPN, and that's where his future employer is.
Yeah, Chuck is crazy.
Did you hear him say that?
No, I didn't.
That motherfucker was like, "Fuck, what are they gonna do? Fire me? Go ahead. They got to pay me for 7 years, and ESPN ain't gonna tell me shit." Like he was like going off. Like he ain't gonna tell me nothing. ESPN won't tell me what to do. I'll walk away. I don't need this. They need me. All kind of shit. I mean, he was bashing. I was like, oh my goodness.
Him and Shaq all year long been like saying little subtle stuff on the NBA TNT show, and we getting fired anyway. This, that, and that. And remember, Charles said something like, he's like, it was a couple like a month ago or something. He was talking about. He said, "Man, those people on ESPN just they say some stupid stuff, and unfortunately, we're gonna be over there having to work with them." And
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
He went at him again yesterday on Dan's show.
Yeah, so
he knows if they get fired, they have no shot. But the thing he brought up was funny was he was like, I don't know the role. He goes, I don't know who we're gonna be with, because Dan asked him, he was like, could you work with Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A or whatever, because they move around people on ESPN. You know how they have different shows. And he was like, listen, I don't know the scenario. I don't know what's going on yet. That's why it took me this long to sign the deal. And he said that, it's a 7-year deal, but I'm only going to do 2, maybe 3, and I'm done. I don't need 7. And
why
he's like,
say that out loud? That's crazy to say that out loud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did. He's doing the McAfee impression. You know what I'm saying? But he's been McAfee before, though. He's always been this way. I mean,
yeah, Chuck got hella money. He don't need this. It's called leverage, homie.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about it is, like, I can't believe he's been on there for 25 years, homie, on TNT, on that show. And I think we take that show for granted because it's about to be gone, and we're going to be like, damn.
Well, I think they're moving that show to ABC, but I guess but we don't know the full dynamic. Yeah, it's a lot we don't know. But knowing them, I don't see checking, like, if they make them change and don't allow them to be themselves, they won't do it. So to me, they have to have some type of behind the scenes conversation of like,
oh, that would be hard. He said it on that show. He said it on Dan's show. If Bailey can find that clip, we'll pull it up later. But that was the best clip I thought I saw with him and Dan talking about that. We'll dive into it later, Smitty. But where we at on this thing? I wanted to get into Sean McVay, though, welcoming his new players, and I think he's a little unique on how he does it, Smitty. And I used to do the same thing. So if I got a kid that transferred from Bama or something like that, Alan is in the chat, will tell you I used to bring up their highlights, kind of show who they are and why they're here. So the team kind of gets it right out the way, and it kind of breaks the monotony, breaks the ice for the whole team real quick. So cats aren't looking at each other side-eyed while they walk across campus. NFLs have campuses as well, contrary to your belief. They have their own basic cities, mess halls and offices and rooms and everything. And he introduced Davante Adams yesterday, Smitty. Take a look.
Be able to have Davante Adams. He's got a lot of respect. He's earned it with the way that he works over the course of his career. But it's always good to be able to see some of the cool guys have put on tape. All right, looking forward to being able to see you guys partner up with Tay. Up top, recognizing man coverage. And you can appreciate it from this angle, all right, the over the shoulder. But when you see it from the end zone, talk about being able to win ISO, sideline awareness. That, yes, Phil was right giving up for Tay on that play. All right, we're not done yet. We got a couple more. One of the things that guys have seen about Davante, you can tell he was a hooper, can get parallel, can work edges on people. These are the things that you love to be able to see, all right? Isolation fades, This is going to make us better collectively on both sides. All right, being able to add a great player like Davante Adams, and he's got the ability to be able to finish and make plays. Very excited to add him, more importantly because of the person that he is, but he is also a total G on the field. Give it up for Davante Adams.
That boy Stafford like, hey, I'm about to go and throw 60 fucking touchdowns this year.
Hey, you see how Stafford looking around like, because he's like, well, shit, Aaron threw some dimes to you, but he can't fuck with me. You know that? Like,
right.
Yeah, I like
it. Davante back there like, yeah, I'm that guy. That's
I
hard,
think,
man.
I think he'll have a breakout year. He did that for all the new players actually that welcomed or that came in.
That's how you do it, man. You got to build your players up from the get-go because that sets a foundation of like we are family. And then so the teammates too, like it's a reason, behind our actions. We're not just getting players. This is why, this is how they're going to help us. I love Shaun McVay. He's a bad boy. Genius, smart, good leader. Everybody loves him. I've never heard anybody like say anything bad about all the clips and stuff that I see. I would have ran through a wall for Shaun McVay, man. That's a hell of a coach. You can learn a lot from him, JB.
He learns from me. You got the next topic.
You can learn from me is insane. Somebody asked real quick. D. Jones asked you, how do you feel about your Rams versus his Jags in London? They got a game.
They're not my Rams, and they're fucking for surely not your Jags. Number one, they're not my Rams, and I don't play there, coach there, have nothing to do with the Rams. And I got more to do with the Rams because a good friend of mine, one of my best friends in the coaching world, is the wide receiver coach for the Rams. So I would say I'm closer to calling them my team than you are to the Jags, D. Jones. So stop saying yours and mine. The Jags have no fucking idea who you are, D. Jones. You're absolute nobody to the Jags. Stop. And we're going to blow your fucking Jags out. We're going to blow your Jags out.
All right. Well, let's keep this thing going. The Giants released footage of Brian Daboll testing Jackson Dart. Take a look.
Let's play one more game. All right. Turn around.
I missed that sound.
Turn. Toss. If you would have pointed the other way.
You like that?
Yeah, I think that's when he knew he was signing him or drafting him.
That's it. That's all it took.
No, I'm saying I think when that happened, they already obviously had a relationship, been meeting. When that happened, though, I'm pretty sure that's when he knew who he wanted to draft if he was going to be available. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Obviously,
what do you draw up?
Obviously, they knew they had to take. Obviously they knew they had to take the generational talent in Abdul Carter, right? So obviously, I don't know. That's how I feel.
What do you draw up?
Basically, just he wanted him to hear what he would put on the board, and then he wanted to make sure as soon as he turned around, he recognized what he had put up there, and he asked a specific question. I don't know what he put up.
He said toss, I think, or pointing to the right. So
yeah. So he asked him to outnumber the box, is what I'm pretty sure, and where the play goes. And so obviously we don't see what he wrote up, but that's kind of what he used to do. I used to use poker chips, Smitty. So I use these, and I wrote all the positions on here. Alan will tell you, and that's how I taught the offense versus the defense. So I would actually have the quarterback move the chips.
I like that
on the board, and I put magnets on the back of these, and then they were on the board. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how fast y'all coaches would like right on the board, and then like you ask the player to go up there and like tell us what's going on.
They get up there. They get up there slow.
Cause we don't want to fuck up. All your teammates watching this shit, that shit be pressure, boy. You like, and then like, you kind of guess. You be like, is that right? You
Bailey,
like, you tell me, like, what's up?
Let's show the same. Let's show the same one with Shedeur. Go.
We don't have it.
Huh?
We don't have the video. Unfortunately, the Browns haven't leaked their video yet.
No, I meant the one with the Giants.
Well, they met, and Shedeur said he wasn't going to do all that. I'm here to be legendary, which I respect. It was why he's with the Browns right now. He don't start for the Browns. I can't wait.
That's a motherfucker right there. God damn. Well, you got the hoodie on, homie.
Was you really good or not really? Like, be real.
Yeah,
like Brian Stacks.
Yeah, it's better than good. Like stats truly back in my day didn't tell a story at all. Just like Troy Aikman. Like when you talk about stats and shit, Troy Aikman, oh yeah, no stats. But we know the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's me. We were 21 personnel. I mean, we ran ISO 40 times a game. So yeah.
Do you think you would have had? You think you could have had a long NFL career if you would have landed in the right team, right situation?
Nah, because I was already older too. At that time, I thought I was old, but now, shit, these 26-year-old motherfuckers coming out in the league. I'm like, damn, at 22, I thought I was old.
Right.
22 was old for at that time.
Do you got your preseason footage by chance or no?
I do. I got Arena League. I got all kind of shit. But
I love to see your preseason footage one day.
I know.
It don't have to be on the show, but
VHS. You know what I'm saying? It's all on VHS, and I got to transfer it over to.
Go get a fucking VHS player. That's fine.
No. I got a guy that's willing to. Like, I had a lot of it transferred to disc,
and
then I got it put on DV Sport.
Yeah.
So I could like literally show it on the show, but the DV Sport got fucking wiped.
That's a dope memory though, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, all jokes aside, you played
all
in
my
NFL.
games. Yeah, I got all my games.
You know what I'm saying? You played in NFL.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah. I got all the games. I got a preseason game. I got all the games footage. I got all the practice. I got everything. But nowadays, I got to get somebody to really come and put it onto this somehow.
Call Enoch.
And the video's so old, like it's not gonna. Even though you put it on digital, it's not gonna be legit looking, good looking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about I want to put it on YouTube though, because I bet you now it'll go viral. Like I could put it
viral, homie.
Yeah, I gotta get my highlight clip put up, homie. I gotta find that clip. I'm gonna find my fucking highlights and put it up there, real shit, homie. I gotta figure out.
You ain't got nothing else to do but this show and Unpaved. So after that, just go spend the day looking for it. You got this show, Unpaved. Your book's already wrote, so you're just getting residuals from the book. That's millions and millions of dollars a year. That's just coming in. The cigars, you ain't got to do nothing with that. You got somebody who restocked those. Money coming in. Liquor, money coming. Like all your stuff.
I gotta find my highlight film, homie. Real shit. That's a goal of mine before the season starts. I'm finding that shit. Get it transferred over to somehow to put it on here. I gotta get that figured out, homie.
You do. All I got is my college film. I ain't got no NFL film or pro film.
I mean, my highlights is college, obviously. I even got my high school highlight film, but I gotta get it all put on. I gotta figure it all out, man. Fuck. I gotta find those videos, homie.
Homie.
I do, and I don't know where they are. They're in this house somewhere.
Why don't you just have why don't you give money to like 2 AEs and have them come just like all weekend? Like that's their goal. Whoever finds it,
while I'm on the yacht.
Yep, and whoever finds it, you give them like some sort of incentive, like they can fuck you or something at the end of the night.
Is that incentive for them?
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you know what you're doing.
So I don't lose at all.
Macro.
I don't know how many willing to do that.
All right, you take them to dinner. Fuck. Taco Bell.
Anyway, Draymond Green wanted to give a quick post-game statement. Smitty, take a listen.
Look like the angry black man. I'm not an angry black man. I'm a very successful, educated black man with a great family. And I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda to try to keep making me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous.
You know, I didn't watch the game last night because
let me start. Can I start?
Give me context, please. Yeah.
Everything he said, besides the angry black man, I think is accurate. I think he's educated as shit. I think he's well spoken. He's smart as fuck. I know everybody that was around him at Michigan State who says great dude, all that shit. And I believe he's a good basketball player playing with a legendary Hall of Fame player.
He's a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but that's a whole nother debate. And then, so all that shit, I believe he's a good father. I do. I believe he's a good father. All the shit he said, I believe, except for the angry black man part. We didn't give you that narrative, homie. You gave yourself that narrative. And if you don't think, like I used to tell my players, homie, why are you putting your future in another man's hands? And especially one that with my skin tone. Why do you think I used to tell my kids, dog, don't give them the ammo? This guy's literally giving everybody out there ammo. And I just want to have a real conversation with a black man on this show. He got another T, Smitty. He was one away from being suspended. Kerr tried to pull him out and put Jimmy Butler in the game to get him out of the game. He goes on the bike on the side near the crowd. Apparently, the rumors are from ESPN, the rumors are there was something racially motivated that made him go off on a crowd, on somebody in the crowd, apparently. And that's all we know now until his side of the story is going to come out. Who knows? Am I saying he's lying and somebody didn't say something stupid? No. I know people say stupid shit all the time, and I get it. But also I get that you're in their environment. It's a road game. It is what it is. Now, should he say something racial? No. But that's just is the world we live in. I think everyone understands that. There's fucking racists everywhere. I'm trying to figure out the part where don't make me out to be something I'm not. You've literally choked Gobert, hit LeBron in the nuts, hit your teammate Poole on tape. Like, what are we talking about, homie? Seriously, Smitty. Listen, I don't know your take, but that's the context of last night, and then that's the response to the media. Like, I think we have enough tape out there on you that you created this narrative, no one else. But go ahead.
It's a deep conversation, man. Let me ask you this before I even go into that. Do you feel like the narrative painted around yourself from Last Chance U has been fair? Do you feel like you have been depicted properly and how a lot of people would look at who Jason Brown is? Do you think it's been put out properly, yes or no?
From what's on the film, yes. Right? I've always said that. What they just chose to edit and put out there, that's me. That wasn't not me. But you didn't neutralize it enough with the real day-to-day JB.
Okay. So
the day-to-day JB, which I already addressed, I believe Draymond Green's day-to-day Draymond Green is a good dude, good father, smart dude.
Right.
So
I love your take. I love your whole take. I just want to start there.
There's two parts of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just want to start there because I think if anybody can kind of understand where he's coming from, though, I think you're the perfect person to understand it because in a way, I feel like people who don't really know you see pieces of you who, to your point, all those moments people saw on Last Chance U, they are that was you. Like that is a part of you. But that doesn't tell the full story of who Jason Brown is. I've gotten to know you over the last couple of years, so I know who you really are, which is why sometimes, like, if you say something that's, like, maybe not PC or a little, like, wild, as people would call it, I know who you are enough at this point where I'm like, yeah, he probably didn't say it the best way, but I understand and know him enough to know what he meant in his heart's in the right place. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you heard what Alan said. They don't show me midnight in the film room with my QBs,
right,
eating pizza and bullshit.
And they don't show Draymond Green with his teammates laughing, giving back to the community, signing autographs. It's like, to your point, it's your fault, Draymond, for giving them fuel to add to the fire. 100%. You're the one out there yelling at refs, throwing up your arms. You're the one that's like,
but let me ask
you play an aggressive playing style, but at the same time, though, it's like once you give them a little bit of a story, that becomes who you are now because the media controls the story of players and the brand.
Here's the issue, though.
Go ahead.
Here's the issue. We don't care what Draymond Green does off the court. He could be the greatest father there is. Nobody cared what JB was with his daughter off the field of Last Chance U. Nobody gave a fuck. They wanted to judge me for what? The first game we got blown out on national television.
Yeah.
Then we go on and win 10 in a row, and then we win the first bowl game in history. And then I become this guy that's apparently, whatever you want to make up about me. Nobody cared about what I did in Compton. So I don't know why we're sitting here talking about changing the narrative and diverting this topic to something else. The topic is Draymond Green, how he is on the court in the profession that he's in, basketball. I never played victim and said, no, that's not me. They lied. That is me. I've been on many shows and said that is 1,000% me. But there's also 3,000 other hours they didn't show. That's all I said. I said they don't show me coaching. And I didn't talk about me off the court field. I said they don't show me coaching. They don't show me actually installing plays. They don't show me scheming. All they showed me was yelling, running around, blah, blah, blah. That's their fucking clicks. Draymond Green has created this narrative, and then he wants to divert the actual part of him playing on the court, which has cost his team just as much as it's helped his team. And I used to say that about certain players. I've had players that I said, well, we probably don't win 10 games without you, and we probably don't lose 6 games with you. Because like in 2 years, So, I had a D lineman named Emmett Gooden who lost us a couple games, and fucking ejected, kicked the guy in the face during the game, got a 15-yarder, put this team on the 1 yard line. We lost the game at the buzzer. He lost this game, right? But then he won me 10 fucking games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Draymond, the victim shit is the problem I have, homie. If you accept the fact that you're the guy, because he got guys like Dennis Rodman accepted, Charles Oakley, Mason. These nasty cats that played back then, Lambeer, they accepted that role. And they never said, oh, that ain't me. That's me. He always seems to act like he's not the guy choking Gobert or hitting Poole or kicking somebody in the nut. Like, that's the part that bothers me, homie. Like, there's a narrative that you allowed to be put out there, homie. It's not that we just made shit up.
Right.
So, like, let's keep the Draymond from being a great father and all that, which I do believe, and a very educated dude.
For all fairness to me, I didn't bring that up though.
No. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that because he said it. I'm an educated brother. I'm a good dad. I'm a blah blah blah. I agree with all that too.
He's a great player. But
don't play victim now though. That's the issue I have. We're judging you for what you do on the court, homie. This last time I checked, we're not playing game 3 with your kids in the front yard, homie. We don't care about all that. So, like, that's all I'm saying. Like, why are we diverting this? So when he wins, it's cool, but when he loses, it's a problem, and I got to be the victim now. That's the part I lose respect for him for.
Well, I mean, this is I don't look at Draymond as somebody who makes excuses when they lose like that. He owns up. I think this. Given I'm saying I did not watch the game, so I'm listening to what JB told me what happened. This sounds like he's emotional off this particular situation that whatever the fans said or didn't say, whatever, and I think that's what's made him have this outburst, as you would call it. But sure, it's probably stemmed from him just
like Smitty. You don't wake up to every day like, oh, this motherfucker's an angry brother.
No,
like, you don't wake up saying that. You wake up saying, God damn, homie, Draymond's one fucking flagrant away from being
as a black man, I don't think he's an angry black man. I think he's super competitive and he's emotional. And I think that when you put those together, it leads to some immature actions. So I think
I think he's a fake ass good boy.
I don't think he's angry at all. Maybe because I'm just a black man and I've been around black people my whole life. I don't look at him as like angry. He's super competitive. He talks shit. He ain't gonna back down from nothing, and he don't care if it's the refs, the coach, and because he's emotional, sometimes that gets out of control. So you got to find a way to control that and use it as a positive, not negative. And to your point, sometimes it's led to negative. Just like in the finals when he tapped LeBron or whatever, got ejected, missed the game. That cost his team. So that's the balance you got to find with Draymond. But I don't look at him as like angry. I just think he's emotional.
Yeah. Here's the issue I have. Like the crazy part is like when we look at this whole thing retrospectively or after the fact, and we look at it and we're like, I've coached these cats forever, my whole life, and knowing character, he's a fake ass good boy. And what I mean is, you can just do me a favor. If they get up again in the series or in the game and they're up, watch him when they're up versus watch him how they're down. This is this is the definition of a fake ass good boy. So when they're up, let me give you some context and give you an example. When they're up, you'll see when there's about to be a scuffle between one of his players and then one of the players on the other team. He'll run over there and act as if he's the good guy and break the whole thing up. When they're up.
Okay.
When Golden State's down, watch what he does and how he is. It's a whole nother cat. It's a sore loser mentality that means it screams to me fake ass good boy. So that's the only part I'm saying. Only issue I have with it. So that's it. It is what it is.
Good conversation. Great discussion. Nevertheless, this guy's a future Hall of Famer, 4-time NBA champion, and we'll go from there. Before we go into our final break, though, I know we have another topic in here. There's an analyst from the other network named, I think, Kate Fagan, who made a return to the network to argue in favor of transgender kids in sports. Days before Around the Horn show got canceled. I think we got a video here, if I'm not mistaken.
Being on this show has been a privilege and a platform, and I know it's my last time on it, and I want to say something worthy of that privilege and platform, and that is this, that trans kids deserve to play sports. Think about what you remember from your time playing sports. Like 99% of it is finding that jersey for the first time, your favorite number.
Can I say something?
Of course, it's your show.
Fine with that. Go ahead. I didn't say they don't deserve to play.
I agree. So far, yep.
Play in their fucking own league. And by the way, why don't you fund it? Why don't you start it up? You're on ESPN. You got a platform. Go start it up, homie. Go start it up. Girl with no hair, softball haircut. Go start it up. Like, why we always be the motherfuckers it's these motherfuckers who talk that talk but never walk that walk. Like, why don't you start up a transgender league then, homegirl? You want to talk about it so motherfucking much, but you don't have no fucking answers for the issues out there. You don't have any problem with my daughters or a motherfucker that's got multiple daughters playing against men. That's the problem that she fucking dismisses in this whole thing, which you, Darnell Smith, do not agree with. Boys shouldn't play girls. So why, if she wants to vouch for it so tough, then go fucking start your league up. I don't have no problem with it. Go play a whole league, get your whole group, community, and play in the league. Why is it a vouch for you boys playing against my fucking daughter, homie? That's the problem I have, homie. And you got a fucking platform. Why don't you go fucking start up a GoFundMe for it then? Go ahead, Darnell.
I just got one question. Can you say it again? What haircut does she have? What type of haircut?
I don't know what I said. Fuck. Softball.
All right. Keep playing it, please.
Community, joy, those high fives. It's that moment when you have a great play with a teammate. It's the feeling of belonging, and it does not know gender. And trans kids deserve.
Stop. It does know gender. My co-host, Darnell Smith, who's a defender of all things, knows gender. And he's even said, we do know gender. My daughter knows if a motherfucker dunks on me and nuts hit her face, it's not a female. So we do know.
That the same as everybody else does. And Tony.
Yes or no?
No, I keep playing it. We're good.
This space has, on Around the Horn, it's been about diversity and inclusion and lifting up new voices.
So DEI exists. Got it. Okay.
Because sports is joy and sports is humanity. And
that's it, Horn. Around the Horn, you're done. There's a reason why, Smitty, the Democrats got smoked in the election. There's a reason why these shows are being canceled. I think America's tired of it. Left, right, regardless. The far left and the far right are its own thing. You and I have agreed to that. But the middle of the pack left and the middle of the pack right are both, I believe, tired of it. I'm just being real. We're exhausted of it. We're exhausted of dumb shit. We're numb now to normalization. Now we have to go back to normalizing gender. Now that you can Google genders and it comes up with transgender, cisgender. What was the other one? Agender. So now there's all these genders. And now when we figure out that God created man and woman, we have to now normalize that again. And the made up humans out here believe that there's another God or something that created them for some reason, which I don't, it's absolutely exhausting. And I think that's the reason why shows like this get canceled, why Disney's lost billions of dollars this fiscal year, why certain things are happening, why Bud Light almost went broke and bankrupt when they have the transgender dude come out and represent them, and then Target almost loses everything when they go crazy LGBTQ. And there's a reason, homie. We're exhausted, Smitty. Like, let's be honest. We're fucking exhausted of the dumb shit. Like, I don't think you and I would argue as much anymore if the world wasn't as crazy as it was. If it was just normalized, regular ass, go to Target and not have to deal with a fucking boy with nuts dunking on a girl in a game and on a shirt. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stupid shit. And we're now normalizing it. And now we're getting back to, all right, boys and girls are the only two genders that exist. Now we have to renormalize that to society. It's fucking exhausting. I mean, I don't know how we get it back.
Somebody text me, and I'm not gonna say his name because he didn't give me permission. But a guy who used to come on our show all the time, friend of the show, said nuts hit her face. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That might be JB's best line ever.
Wait, I'm sorry, I lost. Oh,
I'm gonna say it again from the beginning, and
hey,
I don't like repeat myself. You better listen.
So
somebody texted me, friend of the show, who comes on our show all the time, and I don't say his name because he didn't give me permission. He said, and I quote, "Nuts hit her face" with a whole bunch of exclamation points. That might be JB's best line ever.
Really? Well, shout out to him, man. Whoever that is, or her, or whatever. I didn't know I said that, but hey, listen, it's a fact though. That's the truth. Like, we do know. And when she came out with the softball haircut and was like, "Hey, we don't know the difference," we do know. We do know. So stop. Like, stop, homie.
And we do know this too before we go to break. We do know that the reason why Big Smitty was so busy yesterday, I was in and out the show, is because I was pushing Paul Pierce around, man, and following him. And here's a picture as we were going past Rosecrans, man. It was he got a little tired around Rosecrans. I had to put him in the wheelchair, push him around a little bit to get going.
First of all, you were never near Rosecrans.
Yes, I was.
Were you in Manhattan Beach?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like that side. It wasn't like in Compton. No.
But why would he be coming from that way? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just want to show the people,
Oh, you forgot I was from LA. You forgot I was from here. That's a hell of a journey. He came all the way over to Manhattan, Rosecrans, and come all the way back. Like, that's a hell of that's more than 20-mile walk. That's like 100-mile walk. No.
One thing I'm saying is I have to push him for a little while. And then
wait, is that you? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
That motherfucker looks super short and stocky, homie. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, and Paul looks like, is that Paul? Because his legs aren't like that no more, right?
Yes, they are. He be in the gym. Paul's still in the gym for real.
That ain't even Paul's face though.
Paul's still in the gym. I sent y'all a little TMZ thing. It's kind of long though.
I saw it. I watched it.
TMZ. I'm kind of in it a little bit, running around. It was kind of cool. It's kind of funny. It's funny. This is black people shit. Anytime I'm like on TV for a brief period or something like that pops out, I always send it like to my mother. You know how moms are. They just super excited you're doing anything. Yeah, my mama called me. She said, "Boy, you're gonna be rich." like literally, she see me recording videos on TMZ, and the fact that I'm on TMZ, like in the hood, it's like, oh shit, like my people back home think I'm just like living filthy rich out here because they see me next to people like Jason Brown and Paul Pierce and Keyshawn, and they see all this little stuff. It just funny. Like, it's super BPS. I am gonna be rich, but that's a whole nother conversation.
No doubt. Make sure, man, you reminded me. Appreciate you reminding me of that right there. Mother's Day is this weekend, man. So make sure you guys get your mother something.
Yes, man, for sure.
Did you buy your? Is that what you spent $400 on last night?
No, I've spent a lot of money the last few weeks. It's gonna keep going too. I don't think she's watching. So I got my mom a bag that will be getting shipped to her. Hopefully it gets there by this weekend. It might get there like Monday or something, unfortunately. But bought her a bag, and then I sent my little sister some money for both of them to go get like pedicures together, like or during the weekend. Mother-daughter pedicure. So that's it. A couple $100 spent there. Spent $400 at Mastro's. I got to spend like $1,000 or something on a flight to go see my sister graduate in literally about 3 weeks. I'm probably missed 2 days here on the show. Then I got to fly to India again in July 17th or 16th through the 19th for WNBA All-Star Weekend. We're doing a big event for WNBA. It's going to be in Indianapolis this year. It's going to be a big deal. Hopefully we can get Caitlin Clark to pull up. We'll see. So a lot of trips to Indy, a lot of money being spent, which is why I got to make more money to spend that money. Go ahead, Jason.
Excuse me for being ignorant.
Yes.
And please accept any ignorance that I might be saying here.
Okay, be careful.
You gonna get your mom and sister manicures and pedicures, you said?
They're getting pedicures, yep.
In Indianapolis?
Yeah. And Carmel, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So
nice area. Yes.
Excuse me for my ignorance. You got Bachmies out there?
That's actually a good question. You know what's funny, Jason? I was a kid for the most part, obviously, in Indianapolis. I go to Ball State at 18. I'm at Ball State from 18 through 22 or whatever. I go back to Indy for a few years, but at that point in time, I'm already like, I'm working in sales. I'm corporate world. I'm living at a nice crib. So like, I didn't really experience the full spas and stuff like that out in Indianapolis. But I do got some homies who do experience it, and they do have those out there.
Have those what?
What you're referring to. But they're going to just a regular nail spa. It's going to be real nice. Caramel.
So when you say regular nail spot, who's the one doing their hands and feet?
I haven't been to this spot before, but the spot of my sister, I told my sister, I said, listen, find one of the nicest spots out there. I want you to go somewhere nice, get out the hood, and send it to me. She said, this spot looks pretty nice. I looked at it. It was in Carmel. The pictures, the video look clean, elegant. They bring you wine and mimosas while you're getting your toes, your feet done. So I said, okay, bet. I said, go ahead and book the appointment for Saturday because Sunday probably going to be crazy on actual Mother's Day. I'll send you the money and you just take care of it. And she was like, okay, bet. I got it booked. So at this particular spot, I don't know if it's going to be white people doing it because it is Carmel, which is a heavy white area. I don't know if it's going to be Asians. I don't know what it's going to be.
I've never seen white people do nails and feet. Have you?
It's a place out here in LA called Hammer and Nails. For any of the fellas who live in LA and you want to get like a manicure and a pedicure, not no painted, but just literally, it's really just a hand massage, a foot massage. They clean it up for you. And if at most, if you want to put some clear stuff on your nail to get them look clean, you can do that. But you ain't even gotta do that. It's just if you want to go and get served like a king, get a glass of whiskey, had a sports on the TV, go to Hammer and Nails. You can bring your homies with you, and you'll have some women. It's all women just taking care of you, rubbing your feet, rubbing your hands, pouring your drink, treat you like a king. Oh, where'd JB go? Where's Jason at?
Take that McVay. Hand nail. You want hand nail, feet done, the feet done, hand nail, feet done. You want your feet and hand or just nail? You want nail or you feet and toe and nail? What do you want? McVay?
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled. And we ain't even popping yet. We are definitely getting canceled. Hey, I'm gonna go a quick commercial break. We got 2 guests. I'm gonna get something to eat. When we come back, man, more JB Show, Big Smitty.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion,
Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, side of the road, LA, I assume that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA College Football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah, we're back in the building. What happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know why everybody's up in arms. I don't know what Smitty did when I left. I don't have no idea what's going on here.
I'm in love with a stripper. She dancing, she rolling, she rolling.
I just play that song all the
She
time.
riding, she rolling. I'm in love with a stripper. She riding, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm in love with a stripper. That's a hit, ain't it?
Hell yeah.
Man, you gotta go to the strip club one day and record it.
Oh.
We got so much content, bro, to be coming in my head that the only problem, JB, I swear, if you live close, I'll probably be bugging the hell out of you. I'll probably be at your crib all the time. We be shooting content. You just really live far. And I gotta literally plan
we had a studio. We went on a yacht. We did like it's just far. Huh?
Everything's far. Either far from me or far
I didn't leave at 3 a.m.
Yeah, literally, we got up 3 a.m. It was like that shit crazy.
Cats don't know. Everybody should drop a C note just today.
It is C note Friday, ain't it?
Yeah, and everybody should drop a C note for what we used to do for you guys.
Yeah, but they don't really respect us like that.
We had the big board, homie. We had Noah on the board. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
One of my favorite moments is when you went off at the big board at Mel Kiper and your boy Dan or whatever. That's probably one of our best moments on the show. You fucked me. That shit's hilarious. You remember that, baby?
When to put it out, too. You knew right when to put it out. You knew right when to put it out. Right now.
The way it was hidden, I said, I know usually we put it out clean. I said, fuck this. Like, we got to screen record this. This got to go out now. I just know how certain shit work, and that shit pop.
Dan texted me. It became so big. McAfee talked about it on his show.
That's what I'm saying. It became huge on me. We almost there, man. Fuck. If everybody sent one C note, we'd probably be there. We got 3,900 people here. Everybody sent. What's 3,900 times 100?
Wait. It was.
Just for that, we going on the same platform our papers on, homie.
It was free, bitch. I hate the EBT motherfuckers, homie, because I grew up in it. But damn, you got to get over it now. You're 48, homie.
So if everybody sends $100, that's it. We will have enough money right here.
That's $390,000.
We'll have enough money to fund our studios.
In-house, like a real.
In-house studio. JB will have enough money to finally put me on a salary. I haven't got paid in 2 years. He'll have enough money to like.
Kudos to you for that.
Appreciate you. He'll have enough money to continue to pay Bailey, Paris, Enoch.
Flat fees.
Like, again, let's be very clear. No matter how much money we make, they're going to always make the same exact money, which is okay.
Can't make more than the talent. Can't make more than the talent.
You can't. They agreed to it. It's fair rate. That's life. That's business. So, to Daniel Cap's point, if just one C note changes everything. So, it's up to y'all.
There's 4,000 total people watching right now on 3 platforms. So, if everybody on X, 1,500 here, drop 100. We'll get the show cracking.
Ain't that crazy? Like how quick like lives can change.
Yeah, it can. It really can. Yeah,
like that quick. Because you know what's funny? What's your boy? The twins that shout out to Chuck Hartman. Who's your boy?
He's a machinist.
CNC machinist. Who's the twins that we go to their event every August? It's coming up again actually, which is crazy as hell. It keeps coming up. So
man,
it's crazy. It's almost summer.
Man, if you haven't noticed, if you follow Dana or David Pump,
yep.
Like it's crazy who they know is so crazy. Like
insane.
His daily walk, he films it, and it's like with Byron Scott, Denzel. Like he's just walking through the neighborhood like in the morning and shit.
We didn't get the Pump brothers on here.
Kareem. Oh, they hit me up all the time. They'll come on.
Let's do it for real. But my point is though, they do like a big like the second day, they do like a not a fundraiser, but like a raise, and they be raising like $1 million in one day. If I send 1,000, if I can go to the J Barbecue and Choctaw, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a select few, like maybe 5 or 7 cats who can afford it, and I'm not gonna overcharge it or nothing, but like got to make it worth it because I got to get security and shit to the yacht this summer. Come out, smoke a stick, have some yak, talk life. I'll have a couple other celebrities on the yacht. You guys can pay a fee, come out, boom. Golfers do it all the time. They pay fees to golf with certain golfers, just regular folks. I want to play with Pat Perez. I want to play with John Daly. I want to play with somebody. So if you guys can swim, or if it's a female, you want the titties out, you guys can come. You got to pay a fee. And you got Leah. All you guys can come out and do whatever you want to do.
Chris said, do a cooking show and you'll get way more out of me. I'm sorry, way more money out of me. I missed the word.
I'm confused. Yeah, I was lost.
That's on me. New member, Casual Pedantic. We getting members, though. I like that. We getting members.
Casual what?
Pedantic.
What is it?
Pedantic.
What does that mean?
Some demonic shit, but he a member, so. Cloud Chasing said, can I bring my own smoke?
No,
you can't.
Slap dick cigars only.
You know what's funny? If you're a member, it's like whatever. It's like he a member though. He a demon, but he's a member. JB Cooking Show is really where the money at. Let me know. Like shit, we can start doing all this shit and change it. I'm trying to shit. I'll be
we do a live show of me cooking.
Yeah, and I'll just be in the background handing you the tools. I'll be like your sidekick, and it's like you give me free game on how to cook.
How to coach too. But speaking of coach,
one thing will be helpful. I do want you to teach me offense.
All right, we'll do that. Well, we got a guy to teach.
I'm serious. Like, right. I want to, for my own brain, I want to learn more about offense and schemes, shit like that. All my shit was just up front. The O-line, D-line, running back my size, man protection, slides. You know, it was my bubble. I didn't need to know all the other shit. It wasn't no point.
Well, listen, a guy that teaches it as good as anybody. Can't thank him enough for hopping on. He's got a very small window for us, but former NFL tight end, played a long time in the league, and now he's coaching, and he's coaching in a league that I'm very fond of. Got a lot of players playing in it. Can't wait to have this man on. Thank him enough. Our main man, Anthony Beck, the head football coach for the St. Louis Battlecats. Coach, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
All's good, man. It's good to be on. How you guys doing?
Oh, man, we're good, man. Hey, kudos to you, Coach. I love what you're doing, man. I can't thank you enough. Hey, you got a tight end that's a receiver, tight end, whatever you want to call him, that I recruited out of high school, man, out of Houston, man. Hey, yeah, why is he not in the league?
You know, I don't know. He texts me all the time, Coach, how come I'm not in the league? Listen, yeah, he's accountable. He's a jack of all trades. You know, you tell him one time, Coach, he does it. You know, those are the guys to me that should be elevated and get that chance. But, you know, maybe this year, you know, again, he's got 3 years. I can't get rid of him. You know, these guys that I have, my goal is to get them out of here, get them to the next step, or try to replace them, because that's just the nature of the beast. But he just seems to grow on me every single year. And, you know, we count on him, and he shows up every week. Consistent. He's consistent.
No doubt. Man, it's fun watching him, man. So what's going on with this thing, man? How you like the growth of it? And I know you guys, extended a deal with the players and everything, so they're going to get paid more, I guess, and other things. How is this league, transition for you? How's it going? How do you think the growth is? Do you think it's going to continue to grow?
I do. I mean, there's a space for it, right? I mean, I think we just got to figure out on the other side, the business side, is how do you make it flourish? How do you find a way to make money in this thing? But, the audiences has been great. I think, television ratings have been extraordinary. We've been up against a lot of, college basketball tournament, masters, all those different things. But when we've gotten it and it's been our space, we do really well. I think the league has great credence because there's a lot of good ball being played. I think the games have been really good. We got really good players that are really close to getting into the NFL. And, look, we're our own entity, right? We're our own league, number one. But, again, this is also a place where guys can showcase their skills. I mean, you think about these players that are trying to get in these seats in this league. You're getting primetime opportunities on ABC, ESPN, and Fox to show your game. And I promise them that coaches are watching this across all the platforms. People are watching it. Fans are betting on it, all that kind of stuff. So the growth is really just the engagement of the fan base, continue to build it up. Some of the companies and people that come on board, the advertising stuff. But I think the brand, the football, all that stuff's really good. And, I put my name on it. It's been great for me, too, because, I've been blessed and humbled to get a head coaching spot in this league. And I guaranteed them a vision and something that was different. And they took a chance on me. And I like the fact that, like 3 straight years now, we've had winning programs. We've been able to build a culture here when we don't have OTAs, we don't have off season. We got a month of training camp together with these guys. And then obviously we've been able to put a great product in front of the best fan base in the league, which is St. Louis, because we're getting 30 plus every single week against Cardinals games and playoff Blues games and all that stuff. So it's been a great place and spot for me as well.
No doubt. Go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah, now you mentioned something, Coach, that I thought was interesting. You said, you guys only have a month of training camp, but before the season start. I guess talk about just how difficult that is, trying to build a culture, trying to see, what new talent that you got this year compared to last year and figuring out who's good at what. Just, I guess, how is that? It has to be tough, right? Like getting all that together in 1 month, basically.
There's no doubt. I mean, the offseason, obviously, we spend a lot of time watching players and trying to get, better competition into our league and our team. So that's a full year thing, but I put my stamp on all that stuff. I pick every one of these guys. So, for me, as I'm building my career, like I can't just bring or trust somebody else to just bring guys in or whatever. Like we got to do some good and hard work. And we've done that. And, I think for us, man, there's a culture and a standard I live by. I've stood by, I came in the Parcells world, that demanding, that negative reinforcement all the way through, a guy like a Herm Edwards, who's, a little bit more positive messaging kind of player, coach. So for me, it's like, how do I learn from all these different guys and do it the way I want to do it? How would I, be accepting? How do I build the trust of my players so that they go out for me after 30 days of training camp and run through a wall for me? So, and again, we'll set the bar. Like, we need all these guys on our team to win, to win games. But, if we got to get rid of a guy because he doesn't buy into what we're looking for, he's easily replaceable, right, in this football league. So guys understand that. They see that, and we get the most out of them.
No doubt. Let me ask you, you got former Heisman candidate and Max Duggan, QB and quarterbacking it up for you guys. What's the process on finding a trigger man? It don't matter what level you are. We all know that's the key to success for your team. How hard is it to find that guy that is not going to go to the league quite yet, but be good enough and a difference maker for you in your league?
It's super hard. I mean, we were blessed with A.J. McCarron our first 2 years, and I just made a kind of decision moving forward that let's go in a different direction. Let's try to help a younger quarterback. I figured out as a young head coach trying to figure out how to do this and how to shape things, and now you have a little bit more confidence in your system and what you're looking for. I think one thing is for sure in this league, you really want to try to find a quarterback that has some type of athleticism to you, but also can get the ball out on time and do a lot of those things. I think for Max, he's an excellent college career, like you talked about, led a team to the Natty. But as he got with the Chargers, was drafted by the Chargers, spent 2 seasons, really didn't get those reps to learn an NFL system. We take a lot of pride in offering a system that transfers very well to the top 14, 15 offenses in the NFL. So now he can, the sell is to try to help him develop in that. So, Max has done a really good job. We're 2-0 since he stepped in, since Manny Wilkins' injury. We got a guy like Shedeur who's going to be back with us from San Jose State. He's got a great skill set as well. So, just trying to find that happy medium of guys that are really athletic, can beat teams with their legs. Seen a guy like Skip Holtz and Adrian Martinez, crush guys with the pass and the run, and won championships in this league. So how can we help develop those guys? But they're hard, man. I've looked at 100 plus the first year, and then you start whittling it down. And then, you love to get practice squad guys right from the NFL, guys that really need the development. And that maybe one day will happen where we can kind of blend with the NFL and maybe, help those guys. But again, it's really a sell. A lot of these guys just think they're going to the league. They're going to make the league. They get released. They're going to get signed. They need to play. They need to function under, they got to be able to call protections, change protections at the line of scrimmage. They need to make, adjustments on routes because of coverage, and they need to call a real play in a huddle, right? And go out there and process the information. That's what we try to offer them, but ultimately they got to go out there and do it. And Max has done a nice job, and he's going to get better every day. It's hard to come in. We don't practice a lot. You can't just run these guys into the ground. I don't have enough bodies. We don't have enough time, and you got to be strategic on your planning week to week. And he doesn't get a live reps to do it. He has to do it in the game and really do it mentally. So, every week we try to take those little gains from him, and he's done a really nice job.
No doubt. Sorry, Smitty. Would you like to be take a page out of Deion's book and coach your boy at the pro level? Is he going to get a shot?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, Rocco's great, man. Obviously, just talking here, he knows how to work. He knows how to prepare. He knows how to do the little things, and he gets it, right? So now it's just going out there and balling, and you got to do your part. Now, I coached him in high school. I coached him all my life as a dad, right? He took really good notes, and he gets it. So now he's able to apply that at a high level, and he's actually able to help others on his team, learn the same things. And that's all I want out of him. At the end of the day, I can't control where he throws the football, going out there, leading the football team. That's on him at this point, and I think he does it at a really high level. And, Matt Campbell's a place where, to me, checks a lot of boxes for my son, and I just know he's prepared and he'll be ready for the next whatever that journey is. But right now, man, he's got 2 seasons left if taking them, and he just put 2 top-tier receivers in the NFL with Higgins and Noel into the NFL. They both went to the Texans, and we're going to develop 2 more, and he's going to help those guys get better, and he knows the path. And I don't want to coach these guys in the NFL. I want to take advancements. First and foremost for me, I'd love to be a head coach in college. I like the direction it's going. I think I can help these guys. I think things will change and damper down. We always see the crappy stories and the money and everything. You got to deal with those things. There is a little bit of the NFL side, right, that I'm in this league and where I've been as a player. And then also, how can you help develop young guys that, are a little bit entitled, that, have those, those things. Rocco's in that space. He's a quarterback at a Power 5 school. He's coming off his, this will be his third year starting. And, he's into that circle. So how do you manage those things? How do you look past those things and understand what the priority is and how those things kind of get thrown at you? And he's done a good job of it. So we've had a good plan. I think kids just need guidance and help. And I don't blame a lot of these kids that, fall into these traps because they don't have guidance, coach. They don't have the things out there to help them navigate these waters, man. And that's, that's on the NCAA at the very top, not being proactive at it. And then also just, where's the time? How are the coaches at the biggest programs with the best players helping these players develop those skill sets, to handle those things and also getting the best out of them on the football field? It's a challenge. I love that, though. I think that's something I'd love to be a part of.
Got you. And that literally, I was going to be like my follow-up. I feel like you answered the question. Was you mentioned that you like the direction that college football is going and you would like to coach there at some point. Is it the challenge of it? Is that like the biggest sell for you? Like just the fact that you're able to connect with these young minds and be able to hopefully tutor them into the right direction? Because to your point, we talk about it all the time on this show. There's always some negative storyline or some crazy NIL deal. We're seeing kids go to 4 or 5 different schools within one calendar year, and it's the wild, wild west. But for you, it sounds like you actually almost enjoy that fact that it is a challenge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look, I consider myself kind of a transformational coach. Like I want to help guys. I've been through it, man. I've been at the very top. I've been at the bottom of the ladder trying to work my way up. Also, I bring a lot of credibility with a staff. My staff will be a lot of former players that have done it at a high level, that understand how to develop and communicate at a level that they're not going to have the expectation levels of this guy has to do it their way. All right. There's a way and a process that all of us got to that point to be great. So, it's about communication with those players and selling credibility there as well. So that's important. And then also just, again, giving those guidance. I mean, if I was at a school, let's just say I got a job in the American Conference or somewhere where, players get pillaged all the time, I take a lot of pride in that. I help develop, I help mold the guy. I'll get the next one in and do the same for that next kid. So a lot of players out there. There's a lot of players now in college, in high school, coach, it's hard to get into colleges, hard to get those scholarships. So if you do the homework and do the film study and find those players, hey, if they want to stick around and they're buying in what we're doing, they want to stay with me for 4 years, all power to them. They're only going to get better from it. But if they got to go somewhere else, if it's money, it's a bigger program, man, that's my guy. That's how we did it. We helped develop it. I think that one coach was talking about maybe, pushing some dollars back to their school for raising and helping those guys get to the bigger stage. But whatever that may be, man, I'm all about it, man. You can't be mad at it because it's the environment you're in, but you got to be able to, as a coach, man, you can't do it the same way you did it the year before, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You got to be able to kind of take a hard look about, what you're doing, not lose your core values on what you believe in, but deliver a message a little differently, deliver the message to the family a little differently. And if you do your best at it and try your best, and if it works, it works. If not, you find somebody else to do it. And that's the best part about it. I think kids out there genuinely they want to learn how to be great. They want to learn how to get to the league. They aren't going to get there. We know that. But at least, moving forward, if it's not the league, it's life. And that's what you got to count on too.
Coach, you got a staff, and can't thank you enough for hopping on here, brother. Great talk. I could ask you a million questions. We got to get together one day. You got a couple guys on your staff who are good friends of mine. You got a college-ready staff.
Yep.
How hands-on do you allow like a Seneca to coach the Qs? California JUCO guy, played here at Sac City. Had a great NFL, played in the NFL a long time. How hands-on do you allow them as a play caller, implementer, and installer? How much you have, does that affect? I guess my question is, are you allowing the quarterback to get groomed by one of your guys and then allow him to push, or do you have to push him to the next level and know it's on you to get the guy to the league?
No, it's a cumulative effort, right? Listen, I let my coaches coach because they know how to do it. They know how to communicate. They know how to do it at a high level. Our play callers, our individual coaches, they're all smart dudes, man. They get it. And, again, there's a trickle-down effect, right? There's a message. There's a collective plan and idea that I send down, and then it gets distributed to the staff. And then there's a collective plan for me to the coordinators, and then that gets trickled down. But everybody buys in. You can get a staff that buys in, it's hard. Listen, I didn't get it all right. I don't have all the same coaches I had year one. But I'm also not going to stand for a certain – I'm not going to just, hey, continue to roll with it if it doesn't fit. You got to be able to, hey, move forward and cut. And that's tough. It's my first time doing this 3 years ago, and you learn a lot, but eventually you find those pieces. And, every guy is critical. And if the message from me is not the message from our guys to our players every single time, whether you like what's being said or not, we got to have those discussions behind closed doors, but leave on the same ground. So those are the guys I'm looking for. And again, there's a lot of former players that have played at a high level that know how to do it. It's not for everybody. There's a lot of guys that have played at a high level that don't know how to communicate and coach properly. And that's not their fault. It's just is what it is. So you got to find the right guys, but there's no question everyone on my staff would kill it anywhere we went, whether it was the NFL or college, whatever that may be, because I just know what these guys are about. I've been in those rooms in those buildings, 5 organizations for me for 12 seasons. I know what it looks like. I know good things that I saw. I know crappy things that I saw, and I'm going to do it my way. And we're all on the same page with it. And I let my guys coach, because if I don't trust my coaches to coach, then what the hell am I doing this for? Like, we're not going to win a lot of games. And is it equated to a lot of games, 70% over 3 seasons for us winning in this league.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I love to hear it. I can hear the passion in your voice, man. I feel like I could put my pads back on, come play for you.
Let's do it, man. Hey, we got open tryouts, a showcase. I'll give you a shot. Shit.
All right.
Hey, Coach, you got Memphis this weekend, right?
Yes, we got Memphis, 2:00 ESPN on Sunday. Listen, we're trying to tell our players right now, distance ourselves from the rest of the teams in our league. They're 1-5. They're a very good team. They're challenging. They've been in every game. But we got to start asserting ourselves and find a way to separate ourselves. And it's going to start this week against Memphis. We've had 9 days now since our last game. A lot of time to kind of get our bodies right and get our minds right. So, listen, it's up to the players to make a choice when they come out of that tunnel and see what they got.
No doubt. You got to do me a favor, though, man. You gotta go tell. You got one coach that just you got to say JB said you're a slapdick.
Who's that?
Chris Claiborne.
Chris, oh man,
that motherfucker. JV said you're a slapdick, and he'll know right away. Great dude, man. LA guy. I've been around him a long time, so
he is a stud. He is a stud.
Oh yeah, he was a motherfucker now.
It's the smartest room we got. We got really smart linebackers, and man, those all guys are all connected to the hit, man, and they love Chris. He brings a lot to the table, and our staff is legit. I would love to bring our staff and sit down in front of an AD and sell them something. One day that'll come, but until somebody figures it out, man, we're going to continue to win games here in the UFL.
No doubt, brother. Hey, I can't thank you enough. I know you're busy, man. Smitty, got something?
No, that's it. That's it.
Man, we can do it. Hopefully, we do it again, man. Good luck. Go win the thing, and hopefully, we can do it again. One of our guests every year, Noel Mazzoni's a good friend of mine. Obviously, been coaching it for a long time, so I believe he's coaching. Yeah. But shout out, Coach. I appreciate you. Good luck to your son too, man. Hopefully, he keeps killing it, and hopefully we'll hook up soon, man.
Appreciate your support, guys. Go Battlehawks. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Battlehawks.
Coach Beck, man. Anthony Beck. Great dude right there. Yeah, love him to death. His son's good, man. His son's got a real shot. Yeah, Chris Claiborne's a good friend of mine, man. He's on the staff, USC legend. Rock 55 as well. You notice how USC didn't retire 55? Because like Willie McGinnis and Junior Seau and Chris Claiborne and all the great 55s just keep coming through there. You notice how that works?
Yeah.
But Colorado can't wear 2 no more.
Every coach is different, though. Different, though. And speaking of numbers, man, we haven't talked about our thumbnail. You said, you really believe Shedeur stole your number? Who's the better 12, Jason or Shedeur? And why?
You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you now. We got Petros Papadakas on next, man. Petros.
Not the full name?
Petros Papadakas.
Got you. Yeah, I can't wait, man. He's LA legend. It's gonna be huge to have him on. I think Bay's trying to work on him behind the scenes, having a few little technical difficulties right now, but we'll get it going. In the meantime, man, in between time, it's freaking.
Hey, what do you think about the Pope?
I don't think nothing about. I haven't thought anything about it, but I heard they picked a new Pope though already.
They got him yesterday. He American. First American Pope. It's crazy. I don't know much about it, so excuse my ignorance. I don't know. Let me see here.
There's a process. They got people who's like in certain positions to where you gotta hold certain positions for X amount of years, I believe, before you're able to get to that level and even be in the conversation to become Pope. So, you know, I don't know the whole process, but hey, hopefully he's a good dude, good man, and he does what he's supposed to do. But in bigger news, though, Cat Williams was working on his jump shot.
Hold on, that's not bigger news. The Pope's still bigger news. Why you cringe when it comes to that? Like, I don't know the guy. He's American. Here's what I do know. Chicago got a Pope before Chicago got a 4,000-yard passer.
That's cold-blooded.
Bears organization is fucking in shambles, homie. The Bears organization, homie. The Pope is from Chicago, homie.
I can connect those dots right there. He said the Bears organization is in shambles. They're going to have a 4,000-yard passer this year. I guarantee it. Homie, listen. If Taylor Williams don't throw over 4,000 yards, I will walk from here down the block in the t-shirt, some shorts, and some flops on.
The Pope's a woke cat, though. Fuck.
I don't know what that even means.
He likes Kamala, homie.
Y'all loosely use this, throw that term around. You far widers, whatever. Like, and y'all just throw that term around without even knowing what it means. Like, huh?
Far what?
Far righters.
See, that's a problem, homie. See, you think kids are right? They're white. And then if they think you're left, you're black. That's not true at all.
Far right. I didn't say.
You know how many conservative brothers out there right now killing it? Love it.
This cat right here is gonna throw over 4,000 yards.
Fuck.
Like,
nails painted though. Fuck.
Yeah, but that ball can still throw that ball around, painted or not. Much better arm than you could have ever imagined.
No, stop. One thing I had, homie, was an arm.
I get it, but we're talking about just skill set. Come on, bro. It's okay to be honest too, Jason. Golly, like.
I'm not saying I'm as talented as him. I didn't say I'm
not even close. Like,
I wasn't that. I'm an athlete. I think athletes are defined by how many things you can do in an athletic space.
I'm talking about throwing the ball. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, no, I get it. But athletically, like, I'm not the greatest athlete, but I was athletic. I could play any sport and do it well. I could shoot a basketball naturally. I could swing a golf club naturally. I was good at all those things. I was good at pool, bowling. I can do any sport and look natural at it. That's an athlete.
Yeah, I'm not an athlete at all. Only thing I can do is I can hoop decently and play football. That's it.
Yeah, I saw your skill set like overall.
I can wrestle.
Huh?
I never was on a wrestling team, but they wanted me really bad. I would be a really good natural wrestler. I'm just physical. So I can wrestle. I can hoop. I play football. That's it.
Somebody asked Big Jim Slade, redneck from I believe where he's from, Kentucky or something. He asked, why did I wear number 12? Interesting story. So,
Bradshaw.
I always wanted to wear 8 because of Troy Aikman. So, my freshman year, and then I played varsity, right? All my years, I wore 8. And then I was looking at a, like, you know how your mom puts together like a little child, albums, picture albums, photo album. And I had a baby picture. I was in 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, I got to go back to my roots and wear number 12. But wait, man, speaking of that, we got a guest, man, an LA legend here. Him and his parents, a restaurant, legendary. You guys got to go check it out. Does a lot of things for high schools here in the city, LA County, Southern California. USC legend, man. The pride and home of San Pedro. Petros Papadakas joins the show, man.
Yeah, Petros.
What's popping? Oh, good morning.
How you doing, brother? You got us?
Yeah, I got you. You hear me okay?
Yep, we're good, man. Hey, I appreciate you joining us, brother. Hey, I've been to your parents and your family's restaurant quite a few times. I grew up around Phil Trainee, obviously, and you know the Trainees well, obviously, now they're in Long Beach, but grew up, they were also in Pedro, so been around the sports world and love what you do, man. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. My dad retired maybe about a decade and a half ago. Phil Trainee down in Long Beach is still there, and Dustin Trainee, Phil's nephew, has opened 2 really, really popular. Well, he's kept one going in San Pedro, on 9th Street. And he's got a really popular restaurant now called Trinity's Dockside down by the fish docks in San Pedro, which is actually converted. They converted the building that was the Ellis Island Registry building for the West Coast immigration, 100 plus years ago. A lot of Chinese and Japanese immigrants and a lot of Italians and Greeks like us and the trainees. And that's a very interesting restaurant. It's very popular. So if you ever get back down there, go see Trainees Dockside. It's
hey, I'm gonna text Phil right now because I go down to Phil's all the time. My boat's in Long Beach, so I go to Pedro all the time and go down to
it's right by 22nd Street. It's right by the marina.
Yeah, I might have to take the boat this weekend. It's supposed to be like gorgeous out. I'm as soon as this is over, Petros, I'm gone to Long Beach, getting on my fucking boat. Hey, Pet. So what do you got going right now? I know you still covered high school stuff. I know you still do the stuff. You cover everything SC and everything else. I just had to ask you, what's your thought right now on the landscape of college football, and then how high school football is turning into that with this transfer portal? We got kids going from Pedro to Carson to. Where are you at with this whole thing, this madness?
Well, I mean, I'm 47, which isn't really that old for a broadcaster, but I started broadcasting when I was 23 in LA, which, was kind of lucky. And around that time, I was the captain of the USC football team. My career ended, and Pete Carroll came to USC, and they went 6-6, and then they became bigger than the Lakers in town, for a moment.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how my career went. I did high school football for years just because I loved it. And I cover it on the radio because of it. But really, I have my radio show in the afternoon with Matt, 4 hours a day. You guys know that's a real job. And then everything's kind of just sort of streamlined to where, I wish I did more in the off season, but I call about, 16 to 20 plus games for Fox every year, in the Big 10, Big 12, Mountain West a lot. And, I'm just happy doing that. I don't call high school football anymore because it's just hard to do both college and high school with the Friday and Saturday back to back. The last time I called high school football was so much fun was the COVID. They played 6 COVID games out here in Southern California in like March, or April.
Right.
And it was so cool because, there was no college football. There was nothing else. I could just go to Norco or wherever and work, But the production on a lot of that stuff has changed as well. Fox Sports West used to put like real TV people on high school games, and kind of develop people from there. And, I remember the first game they aired, I was playing at USC. It was Casey Clausen at Alamany taking on Justin Fargas, who was at Notre Dame, Sherman Oaks. And, it kind of went on from there, real legendary stuff that they put on TV, and we produced the shit out of it, as opposed to, now it's the production has suffered a great deal, but it's still great that the kids are featured. But that's what I do now. As far as, watching things change, I don't want to give you too long of an answer, but I remember calling football when, they started making peel back blocks and, all these different things illegal, tackling, targeting,
kickoff return. Yeah,
it was really hard to be like, wow, that's a penalty. When for years, we just considered that to be good football and great football, even highlight worthy football. And now it's like, oh my God, these barbarians. So when that changed, that was hard. Jeff Tedford, who's retired, told me a great story. They played USC maybe a couple years back early in the season. And he's standing there on the sideline watching K. Williams warm up. And he said, fuck, this guy's making more money than me. I'm Jeff Tedford, for God's sakes. So that's changed a lot, too. I don't think what's happening right now is sustainable, unfortunately. But I'm not really sure what the next step is. The NCAA doesn't have control anymore. The TV companies are in control, but they're fighting each other. It's a wild ride, but I mean, college football has always been a hypocritical kind of exercise in a lot of different ways, dating back 100+ years. So we're just in that current form of it right now, I guess.
No doubt.
Do you feel like the game has been, I guess, harmed though because of all this craziness, or do you feel like the product is still at a high level?
Well, I mean, when it's Saturday and the bands are playing and we have all the bells and whistles and the uniforms are on, it still feels pretty cool. But at the same, I mean, look, college football is a really, really flawed model and always has been, whether, you're talking about the SEC not even being integrated until like 1970, which is an amazing thing. I was born in 1977. My father played in the very first game that featured black players on the field against Alabama at Legion Field, I think in 1970. So, I mean, that's crazy. The fact that we have a billion-dollar industry, and most of it happened because of a guy named Red Range, but we have a billion-dollar industry inside of our institutions of higher education, and it never made sense, So to say like, well, it's not like it was. Well, what was it in the first place? We were never, really that. I don't think we were ever really, had the moral high ground in the world of college football. I like that players are being paid, but the wrong people are paying them. The dorks that want to hang out with the football players or the guys that have always been paying the players. So we got a lot of problems, but that's not new, I guess.
No doubt. This is Smitty, man. He works at Fox. He was the one that covered the Paul Pierce walking to to campus yesterday.
Really good?
You guys saw the videos.
Nah, fuck that. Don't answer his question.
I met him at Beverly Hills. I wasn't with him the entire walk, but I met him at Beverly Hills, right? And we walked from there all the way down Avenue of the Stars, all the way up into the Pico lot. So I wasn't there early in the day when he got up. So I can't.
You went down the hill with him, but you didn't go up the hill.
Exactly.
But I mean, at least it's something to talk about. My God, in LA, everybody's out of the playoffs, so at least they have something.
No shit. Hey, where you at with USC and Lincoln Riley right now? Your alma mater. Pete took it to heights that we haven't seen since the Robinson days, and then it kind of take a decline. Good friends of mine, Sark and Lane, took over. Didn't get what they wanted to do out of it, and now it's kind of hit a rut. And now Lincoln gets hired. All the hype was around him from Oklahoma. NIL hit, you got all these guys, and it seems like, they can't lock down LA guys. Now they're locking down Mater Day. They're locking down some key guys in LA, if you just lock LA down as Pete did, you win natties. Where you at with SC and what's going on there now?
I think you're right about, Los Angeles. I mean, it's obvious, but a lot of people don't notice the obvious anymore. And Lincoln did, when he took the job. But that's not all of it. And I think the other part of it, Lincoln Riley's never going to be able to do because it's just not in his nature. And that is, not only do you have to lock down LA, but you have to get your offensive and defensive line from LA with very few exceptions, and you have to be able to develop them in a real way, which means, if the running back is your best player, you can't be sitting there every week and, no, this is the week we're going to get to the running back. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's just embarrassing. The offensive line guys that they should be getting and they should be developing are now going to Oregon. Before that, they were going to Washington, and DeBoer had his moment there. Those two things you have to be able to do to have success at USC. And that's been proven out generationally, right? I mean, for 100 years, the people that have done that have competed for national championships, like you said. Lincoln Riley, deep down, is an air raid coach. And, I don't know what it is, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm trying to think of the last guy that called his own plays that won a title. I mean, I know Sark's gotten close, but there's always something that they just can't, they just can't see the whole picture because they're so upset being an offensive genius, And I see that in Sark's play calling. I see it in Kiffin. Anybody that calls their own play.
Wow.
I see it, and I think Lincoln Riley has that disease, worse than anybody. Not only that, but USC has had to hire a GM, the guy from Notre Dame, which is not odd. Everybody's doing that now with what has to be managed. And this guy had to come and say all the right things, like, we're going to build a fence around LA, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it's kind of like, you pay a coach $10 million a year, and you got to hire this guy to say those things.
Right.
There's something incongruous there. But the buyout is $100 million. And what is the best they're going to do? They're going to be an 8-win team. Maybe break some offensive records, but they're not going to compete for titles if they can't be what they're supposed to be on the line of scrimmage, which is what you can do at SC. But if you don't have the ability, then what's the point?
Great point, because I brought this up with Smitty. I'm like, listen, there's not been a guy that's a head coach, and I had to start relinquishing it as a head coach in JUCO. I was like, man, I got to hire an OC and manage this thing, and I knew it, and it was too late for me. But at the end of the day, I've talked to Sark about this. I've talked to Lane about this. Guys I grew up with, I'm like, look, when you were the play caller at Alabama, guess what you guys did? Won natties, Sark.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Lincoln, guess what happens? Here, me and my boys talk, all the time. This is what I think as doing it both. I'm like, you don't understand. You can have the greatest offense ever. And I had Mike Martz on a couple weeks ago, and he was like, JB, when I became the head coach, I said, fuck being an OC, because I don't understand. I need to score fast for my ego. I want to be the best OC. But I don't understand, the burden that puts on my defense, that I'm out there fucking 80 plays because I'm scoring in 6 seconds on a bomb, and my defense just had a 13-play drive go against them, and now they're back out there. Lincoln don't understand it, and I think it's evident as shit. He don't really realize that part of it, and I think it's time, if you really want to be a head coach and a GM in your own right, or the CEO, you got to relinquish it, man. Mike Martz is 100% right. I've been saying it for years. I said, I wish I would have gave up the offense years ago as a head coach, and I didn't do it. And I wish I would have, but the point is accurate. I think that's 100% it.
I'm not an ex-quarterback or anything. I'm just an old short yardage running back. So sometimes I can be a little bit myopic. These quarterbacks.
Hey, the Greek freak, man. What are you talking about? The Greek freak.
They teach all about football. They act like they're signing the Magna Carta whenever they get on the air. I remember calling Lincoln Riley calling offense, Bob Stoops head coach, or Baker Mayfield Heisman year, and Oklahoma was at Baylor, Matt Rule, and Baylor was getting better. They were getting tough, and it was getting to be a real contentious and wild game, and Lincoln Riley did not throw the ball in the fourth quarter. They just hunkered down, ran clock, and ran the ball. And when he got hired at SC, I said, wait, I've seen him do some really good things offensively. I've seen him, when a guy's got a Heisman candidacy, just stop throwing the ball because they wanted to win the game. Now that I've watched Lincoln coach at SC for a few years and on his own at Oklahoma, I know that was Bob Stoops, that Lincoln would have never done that.
No doubt.
Ever. So you get kind of a skewed view of. I remember first time I met Lincoln, he was at ECU with Ruffin, with a kid out of Thousand Oaks, white boy who threw for like 3,000 yards. And Shane Carden, I think, was his name. Way out in Greenville, North Carolina. So it's interesting how it changes. I remember Mike Aliotti pulling me aside up in Eugene in Chip Kelly's first or second year. Saying, I'm screwed. I'm going to get fired. I can't play defense around that. And no one gives Aliotti credit, but he figured it out how to platoon guys in. And you don't have 5 great DBs, but you have 8 guys that can kind of get out there. You can put a couple to the boundary and just ham and egg it to get people rest and do it with the O-line, with the D and the linebackers too. And, that was really innovative. Everybody talks about what Chip did and the pace and the space and what Gundy and, what all came from Halami and all that. But what about learning to play defense around it? The guys that figured that out are pretty special too.
Hey, Sark had to fire Nick Holt after that 77-70 Baylor game, but against RG3, it's same reason. Nick told me the same thing. He's like, man, JB, fuck, we're scoring. I will, and I'm out there fucking 12-play drives and going against no huddle and hang huddle RG3, and I'm like, he was fired on the tarmac. I mean, it sucks. He was at SC in those, that game against Texas that they lost to Vince Young, obviously. And I've known Nick a long time, but same thing. Like, I got to be innovative on how I'm subbing D tackles in to get a rest. And it's hard to go against a guy that pace and purpose of that. It's crazy. So
it's very interesting how we have so many brilliant football coaches in the world. And it's like they coach like it's a video game or fantasy football. They forget that there's a flesh and blood person in the pads that gets tired, and gets discouraged. And, they don't factor that in. They say, it's so funny, when Kiffin was the coach at SC, they'd lose a game and he'd, God, we were so close. Didn't you see that, that Dino route? We almost got. And it's like, that's some offensive bullshit. That's not football, to me. So, I mean, I think that's kind of the rut USC is stuck in, to be honest.
I call Lincoln out this year when they lost to the 3 M's, Michigan, Maryland, and Minnesota. And I'm like, I watched those games in specific, and they had Michigan beat, and they throw it on 3rd down, which gave Michigan an extra 30 seconds, which they ultimately could run the football on offense themselves when they got the ball back. And that's how they beat SC at the end of the game. They didn't even have to throw. No. And I'm like, if you'd have ran the ball on 3rd down and ran it and punted, you run 30 more seconds, game's over.
Right.
They couldn't throw. I remember calling a state championship once with the Grant High Pacers up against Long Beach Poly.
Yeah, Sacramento Grant. Yep.
Grant didn't have a kicker. They didn't have a punter or a kicker, and they won. There's some things that are beyond explanation. And, when you see stuff like that happen at a football game and no one points to it, everybody points to something, that flashed in front of their eyes.
Hey, it's crazy how Jimmy's and Joe's matter and not X's and O's. Hey, Laura goes to Modern Day and they fucking steamroll everybody, huh?
Yeah, and the guy the year before did too, but they fired him anyway.
Yeah, they didn't win it all. They didn't win it all. They couldn't beat Bosco, I guess.
You mentioned Carson and Pedro, and when I was a kid, city football was it. Carson Banning every year was
Carson Banning, Crenshaw, yeah.
That's where the Samoans played and the different black dudes. Hawthorne High had Kelvin
Lusinger,
and Curtis Conway, and Lou Zinger, Aaron Williams, guys like that. And that's just gone. It used to be every neighborhood, even like Sark in West Torrance had 4 or 5 guys, maybe 3 or 4, and that's just over. The level of football has changed because everybody is is in the Trinity League or one of these schools, just trying to be on the second string to get noticed at practice. It's very interesting that shifted.
Man, Petros, I can't thank you enough, man. Petros and Money. Make sure you guys go watch Petros and Money or listen to it every day. AM 570, LA Sports. Man, good luck to you and everything you do. Love to talk ball with you again. Maybe I'll see you at a restaurant somewhere soon.
Hey, Coach, anytime, give me a call. I'm happy to do it. It's good to talk real football with people. And I don't know, Smitty, if he went uphill. I mean, I'll admit I saw him go down. I saw
y'all saw the tape. And his name is the truth, Petro. So I don't think he can lie.
Speaking of sports in LA, I saw Paul Pierce at Inglewood High come up to our gym. That was a pretty big moment.
We played. I went to our tees at Petro. I went to our tees with the O'Bannons and everybody. So we remember Stace Bozeman at the time at Morningside.
Well, that's what I was going to say that, and no one, you're the only person I've ever met to mention that. When Stace Bozeman came to our gym, it was 3 times bigger deal than Paul Pierce. And he wore his red chucks, set tripping all the way.
Yep.
And, it would be amazing to watch him play football today. You know,
Hey,
I think
and
most
people don't realize how good he was. This guy goes and basically gets a free agent shot with the Raiders and goes and plays corner and didn't play any college football.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he was one of the best high school, most exciting, electric high school quarterbacks that I ever saw.
Him, Darian Hagan, you know, obviously the legend we had.
He played football at SC. He played basketball. You know, he was just a little too, I don't know what was wrong with him as a basketball player, but my God, in football, he was something else. And I wish I would have seen him play quarterback at the next level.
Nah, no doubt.
Morningside High, they closed it. They closed Morningside High.
I know, man. It's crazy. Growing up, all those great LA talented quarterbacks, man. Darian, obviously, Oklahoma took the great, I think Darian and, fuck, am I losing my mind? What's his name? Quarterback, Oklahoma.
The one that got arrested?
No, from Watts. God damn. Jamel Holloway.
Oh, Holloway, yeah. He got arrested.
Yeah. Banning. I mean, look at the legends that's come out of LA at that time. And then that was before Stace, obviously. But, man, Stace was unbelievable. Red Chucks, Smitty, Inglewood's finest. Will walk into your gym, homie, banging on cats, dunking on you. It was unbelievable. Man, Petros, we got to hook up, man. I appreciate you coming on here. We'll hook up soon, and I'll see you maybe on the water. I'll be on the water all weekend, man. Happy Mother's Day to your mother and everybody else.
Yes, sir.
Hey, God bless you guys. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
This conversation.
Appreciate it,
Have a great day.
Take care.
You too.
Man, Petros and Money, go follow him. Go check him out on 570 LA.
Sit back on that and let the LA just flow.
Yeah. That's why I knew I could talk to him all day long. We know the same folks and drug through the same mud, man. Unbelievable watching him. He's 2 years younger than me, but got to see him play high school and college, obviously, as a coach for all those
You ever play high school against each other or no?
Nah. Like I said, he mentioned it, which is not the same anymore. Pedro, Crenshaw, Carson, that was LA City. We were CIF, which is a whole nother entity. CIF and LA City. LA City now has LA CIF, I guess. But at the time, LA City was its own thing. And then CIF was its own thing. CIF was like Poly and Modern Day and the big dogs. And then on that side, they were considered not as good, but not as many.
Yeah.
I guess good teams, but they had like Crenshaw that was famous with the Black Mamba who came later. But a lot of great legends went to Crenshaw. Obviously, Darryl Strawberries and Eric Davises and, all these different folks, baseball. I mean, it's just legendary cats obviously come out of LA. But shout out to Petros, man. Shout out to Anthony Beck, man. 2 great interviews today.
Yes, sir.
Petros texted me and said, man, my connection's all fucked up. He goes, I just got new Wi-Fi. So he says, tell you guys sorry.
I was good. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Smitty, it's been another great fast week, man.
Hopefully the weekend.
I gotta go. I just got a text. I gotta do unpaved right away.
Ooh, I like that. I got a meeting in 18 minutes. Then I'm gonna take my tired ass to the gym. Take a shower.
Fremont, J. Aaron's right. Fremont, I meant. Sorry.
We'll get lined up. I would love to see some highlights of this Stacy Bozeman cat, man. I've heard Stace Bozeman. My fault. Stace.
STAIS.
STAIS. That's why I couldn't. I'm sorry. Okay. STAIS. STAIS. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah, Stace was. Paul. Ask Paul about him, homie. Shit. Ask Paul about Stace. They're the same age. Let me see. Stace graduated when? Paul graduated 96, I want to say, because he was at Eagle. So I would say Stace graduated probably 96 too, or 95 maybe. I don't know. When did he graduate?
Well, Stace is 50 years old. Paul ain't 50 yet.
Okay, so he's my age. Yeah, Stace is my age. So
yeah,
Morningside, and then he got a shot with the Raiders and didn't even play college football. Hadn't played since high school.
That's crazy.
And the Raiders was like, I want to say, I might be wrong, but I want to say Sark was coaching the Qs on that Raiders staff that brought him in. So I'm curious if that's true, because I know Sark and Stace would have known each other and played against each other. So it's interesting how that worked. I would like to know that. I would find that out. I want to find that out. Barron's a little
younger than Paul, like a year. But
Barron's younger than us. Barron graduated 96 or 7.
Barron's like a year or two younger than Paul, I think.
Yeah, he played him and Austin Croshere played together at Crossroads because we smoked that ass. Like we smoked everybody, including Paul. Paul, yeah, we did, and we were the best team in
Inglewood. Wasn't known at that time as like a big basketball school.
Yeah, they were. They were good, homie. Yes, they were.
They were. I'm saying.
No, they were.
I was just at Inglewood fucking last week doing a podcast.
I mean, now. Don't talk about now.
No, I'm talking about with Paul. We did a whole podcast. He was talking about the history of Inglewood, when he played.
Because Inglewood, for overall, Inglewood's always been like shitty, like school. But like when he was there,
when he was there, they were good for sure. Of course,
basketball. It was him. It was Westchester's always been good at basketball.
Yeah.
Cleveland High, who I believe dropped. And then of course you got Dominguez and Compton, and then you got Artesia. So we were like those schools right there. Then you had like, of course, Mater Dei was always real good, and Bosco and other schools were always good, the private schools, but Inglewood was really good then, homie, and so was like Taft and other schools. But like we went through everybody.
Nephew plays for Inglewood.
We had 5 NBA guys. We had 5 NBA guys. I mean, we had 5 NBA guys.
5-star guy. Crazy.
And then Gilbert went to Taft. They were good. They were real good at that time. Then he went to LA Valley, I believe, JUCO. So like, you know, a lot of cats from here. I mean, we got hoopers on me. I would say New York and LA the best hoopers in America.
No, Indiana for sure.
No, you're not.
Per capita. What are you talking about? But Indiana got hella hoopers. But anyway,
you learned that word from me. You learned that word from me.
What?
Per capita.
Hey y'all, man. Great show. We didn't get no C-notes today, but it's all fine. I know everybody's struggling. I know these tariffs got everybody just fucked up right now. So
tariffs are actually working for us, helping.
We appreciate y'all, man, for the week.
Shout out to tariffs. Shout out to all the tariffs, man. Shout out to the tariffs.
Enjoy y'all weekend. I know I am, man.
Man, we'll see you Monday, man, for the realest show on Don McClain. Yeah, I knew Don really well. Don McClain was the reason Ed O'Bannon blew out his knee. A lot of people don't know. Ed O'Bannon dunked on AC Green in high school. AC Green was already a Laker legend, and Don McClain played at UCLA. They were playing a pickup game at Poly Pavilion. Ed slipped in some sweat as the number 1 player in America, blew his knee out with Shaun Tarver, Ed O'Bannon, AC Green, Don McClain, Kevin Walker, who was a 3.610 white boy, could shoot it out the gym, and Trevor Wilson. A bunch of guys were playing at a pickup ball, and that's when Ed blew his knee out. Ed was going to UNLV, him and Shaun Tarver. The knee blowout changed the scope of college basketball in a lot of ways, because then Ed obviously ended up going to UCLA after Tark bounced from UNLV after a bunch of shit, went to Fresno. Ed goes to UCLA. The rest is history. UCLA wins the national championship, and Ed O'Bannon's a legend. So, quick history lesson. I know all things on me. I'm a cold motherfucker. God damn, I'm a cold motherfucker.
Full breakdown of what happened in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm a cold cat, homie. Shaun Tarver later became the AD at Camp Kilpatrick, who were a good friend of mine, Paul Guidry, who also played at UCLA, and his brother Javelin Guidry, one of my former teammates, who got married at UCLA during halftime. Played his son's Guidry is in the NFL right now, corner. But anyway, Shaun became the AD at Camp Kilpatrick, which is known for the great show The Rock did called Gridiron Gang. Real school, by the way. Camp Kilpatrick was felons who went to high school and they actually played football against other teams in LA or wherever. Malibu. It was in Malibu. It was like a detention center for.
It's kind of like a last chance shoot for high school.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time. Camp Kilpatrick. But Shaun Tarver was the AD there and the head basketball coach there for a while. So yeah, I'm giving you guys real.
You should go coach there, and we do another last chance. But another name. It make perfect sense.
Yeah, call it last chance. Who? Or them?
Or they?
They. Or y'all?
Last chance they.
Y'all.
Last chance y'all. Who's y'all though?
Y'all, homie. Anyway, man, head on to BetUS. We'll see you Monday. I'm going to the yacht. Fuck all y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
This the real JB. You better buy the get real quick.